distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this event today afternoon. My name is Niladri Pariyal. I'm the school principal. We are all here to commemorate, celebrate the Mini-Edtech AI conference being co-organized by Robotics Association of Nepal, Premier IB Continuum School, Nepal's only IB Continuum School, and Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. This is a pre-event for Yantra, Nepal's largest science, tech, and entrepreneurship festival. The theme for today's conference is the future of education with AI. Today, our discussions will focus and will delve into how artificial intelligence has taken the education sector by storm and how disruptions are occurring in the ecosystem. Nepal hasn't remained untouched since education has become globalized. Nearly all medium to large-sized educational institutions and organizations are waking up to this aspect more than ever. To take this event forward and to extend a formal note of welcome, I'd like to invite on stage Ms. Praveena Thapa. She is the academic director at Premier. Let's welcome her.
Respected Mr. Indu Bikram Joshi, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. Our special guest, Dr. Rabindra Thakal, Secretary, Nepal Academy of Science and Technology. Engineer Santosh Sharma, Undersecretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. Distinguished guests representing different organizations, media, and Premier family. Welcome to the Mini-Edtech conference. Premier International IB Continuum School is proud to be hosting this pre-event of Robotics and AI conference, which is designed specifically to bring together policymakers, educators, curriculum developers, researchers, and entrepreneurs to explore the prospect of the future of education with AI. AI is becoming pervasive in all aspects of our daily life and across different industries. Today, there is barely any part of our society or industry where AI is not prevalent. From virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa, healthcare, and social media algorithms for marketing to autonomous vehicles. Premier International IB Continuum School always viewed the integration of AI in the education system, one, as a tool to enhance administrative efficiency, two, as a tool to support and enhance the quality of education we provide to our students, and three, as an important area of study in itself in order to help our students better navigate the evolving technological landscape. One of the areas where AI has played a pivotal role in Premier International IB Continuum School is in providing an individualized learning experience and additional support to our students. Students now have access to one-on-one guidance and tutorial support like never before, ensuring that no student is left behind. Students are able to access programs that act as personal tutors, which are not only available 24/7, but are intelligent enough to identify misconceptions and provide individualized support. Similarly, AI has also enabled us to provide students with one-on-one university guidance and career guidance. Furthermore, international students who have language barriers are supported by AI translation tools, making education accessible to all students. AI has also helped our teachers and school administrators become more efficient. It has helped streamline and save our time in carrying out various aspects of our role, such as scheduling, lesson planning, tracking attendance and assignments, developing report cards, and in predicting student performance and potential challenges. As AI continues to advance, our understanding of AI will be imperative to survive and lead in the technology-driven global economy. Hence, at Premier, students learn about AI and how AI has the potential to disrupt everything we do. For example, our middle school students delved into the captivating realm of self-driving cars and race car models and learned how the integration of AI has revolutionized both the creation and research process beyond just speed and sleek designs, about how it is changing the game in unprecedented ways. The students designed their own concept racing cars using different AI tools learned in the course of the unit. As I see it, we are at the verge of the biggest revolution in education. The impact of AI in the years to come is going to extend beyond just optimization of existing systems and reducing workloads. Open AI and generative AI in particular are poised to disrupt education in ways that go far beyond the replacement of traditional tools like blackboards with digital screens. The digital revolution is going to change the traditional learning approach and transform learning from a static and time-bound experience to a highly personalized, dynamic, and interactive one. Right now, we find ourselves at a crossroads. We are presented with a unique opportunity to address long-standing challenges associated with geographical locations and disparities in the quality of educational resources. By leveraging AI technologies, the government and other players in our sectors now have the chance to level the playing field by enabling learners in remote and underserved areas to access high-quality education, adaptive content, and personalized support, paving the way for a future where quality education is accessible to all, regardless of where they are located. At the same time, we must all figure out how we can keep apace with AI-driven changes and change how we teach accordingly. I'm sure the experts gathered here today will present some endearing insights regarding the AI and education conundrum. I extend a warm welcome to you all, anticipating a highly fruitful interaction as we collectively delve into the intriguing possibilities that AI offers to the future of education. Let us use this opportunity to reimagine education and to further our learning regarding the changes and opportunities birthed by AI. Thank you. Namaste.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that we are offering a hybrid model for today afternoon. So if you have any guests or your personal invitees who could not make it to today's conference, please ensure that they are on Zoom. I would like to request our IT team to ensure that the Zoom link be put up as a print so that that can be accessed by people. I hope you're all connected to the internet using the username and password that is around the walls. The goals for today's conference are raising awareness and understanding of AI in education, discussing the current Nepali global education pedagogy, accelerating the adoption of AI in education, addressing specific challenges and needs that may arise, and building together a vibrant community of artificial intelligence education stakeholders. To also deliver his opening remarks, I'd like to now welcome the President of Robotics Association of Nepal, Mr. Bikash Gurung. Please allow me to introduce him. With his personal vision of making local engineers globally competent, Bikash Gurung is serving Robotics Association of Nepal as President, a not-for-profit, non-governmental organization working in the field of robotics and automation technology, and has been actively working to promote young tinkerers, makers, innovators, and engineers since 12 years. He's a member of AI Policy Development Committee and Nepal Computational Infrastructure Development Committee, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Executive Management Committee member, National Innovation Digital Network, Nepal Academy of Science and Technology, and he's also the advisor of Climate Robotics Network Switzerland. He's also the FNCCI ICT Committee member. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Bikash Gurung.
Thank you so much, Niladi sir, for warmly introducing me to our honored guest over here. Um, Respected Indu sir, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Santosh sir, Under Secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Premier School Directors, and everybody present here in this conference. I'm glad to be giving these opening remarks on this Mini-Edtech AI conference ceremony. It's our pleasure because Robotics Association of Nepal started its journey in 2010, and in 2010 we thought we would be able to represent Nepal globally in robotics and AI. And this journey, so far so good, in 13 years of time, has been able to make ourselves a catalyst for the change. From starting technological development here in the country, from introducing new technologies here in the country, and being a catalyst to welcome new technology in the country, it has been a pleasure. And I think one of the reasons why we exist in this ecosystem is to bridge the gap between the development of new technologies to the community that is evolving. Robotics Association of Nepal has always empowered youths with its projects, its works, and events. So Yantra Science Tech and Entrepreneurship Festival that we started from 2011 now has gained this kind of momentum. Mini-Edtech AI Conference, which is a pre-event for main AI conference that's happening in February 16, which is a part of definitely Yantra Science Tech and Entrepreneurship Festival. It's really amazing to see all the leaders from different ecosystem in this conference. From this conference, what we are envisioning is to bridge a gap on where ministry is already working on policy development, and where already the educators are working on different tools, and where already leaders like us introducing different works which are important for the change that we want. And Mini-Edtech AI Conference would be able to work on the different components that will bring how our future of education with AI will look like. And I think this will definitely set a tone where we want to go. Just from my visit to World Robot Conference, when I was there as the keynote speaker, I realized, okay, the way the world is growing and the way the leaders on robotics and AI are thinking is completely different to where we are now. And it is really important for us to understand the trajectory or the pathways. And I think the reason why we always see ourselves as a leader on this spectrum is we always try to catch up with those trajectory or the growth. And this event will definitely bring those thought processes and knowledges to the ground. And this event definitely would also establish a brainstorming among our different stakeholders that are present today. Definitely as a presenter, I can see definitely already the proven leaders like Chitiji, Punitji, and then Sandeep sir and everybody here. So hopefully from this conference, we will be able to set a perfect tone where ministry already thinking of developing an AI strategy, which is really important because the world is already placing themselves where they want to go in terms of AI. Just in 2023, in November, there was an AI Safety Summit that happened in UK. And the leaders are already talking about opportunities and the threats that AI might pose. And they are already working on what kind of our stand should be there for the different risks that AI might come, or for the opportunity that AI might bring. So it's also a perfect platform so that we can also be prepared. We can also share to the world that, hey, we are also thinking of AI. We are not far behind. We are also, gaining the momentum. And preparing ourselves, because that's really important. Where even where I always share when I talk to different people, I was asked, so what's happening in Nepal in terms of robotics, and I was kind of not prepared to share that we are not with you. We are definitely working on different initiatives, but still we are not with you. So this kind of event definitely would also help us share. Okay, these are the activities that we are already done. These are this event would also give us a direction that okay, we are also preparing ourselves from what are the benefits that we will gain from the AI. So with this, I think this event would definitely bring all of us together to work on what kind of direction we want to take. And definitely people like Indu sir and Santosh sir are here. I think the AI policy that the government is already working on, it will also create a foundation for them from today's discussion and show us the way. We are on a mission of creating robotics industry in Nepal by 2030. I think that will also add a milestone for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Vikas sir, for your welcome remarks. Having known Vikasji and the Robotics Association of Nepal and working closely with them for the last 9 years, it's given me an insight as to how the robotics ecosystem has really, really evolved. From the varied group of stakeholders that I see today, who are not just educationists, but well-wishers of the entire education fraternity of Nepal and corporate leaders, this gives us an amazing opportunity, I think, to network, to know each other, and to take away amazing contacts so that this conference becomes the building stone for so much more. The Ministry of Education, Science and Technology is working, as Bikasji correctly mentioned, with relevant stakeholders to ensure that Nepal remains at par with global achievements through framework and policies circulating around artificial intelligence, where education is one of the key pillars. To deliver his keynote address, I have the pleasure of welcoming Indu Bikram Joshi, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. Please allow me to introduce Indu sir. Indu sir has been working as Joint Secretary Technical in the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology since 2022. Before joining Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, he served as the DDG, the Deputy Director General of Department of Environment from July 2019. He has served as Joint Secretary Technical in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supply, and has served Nepal Bureau of Standards and Meteorology in different capacities, including Deputy Director General. He has around 30 years of work experience in different fields and about 25 years of work experience in the fields of system development. Mr. Joshi has contributed to draft different acts, policies, and programs of the government of Nepal. Let's welcome Indu sir on stage for his keynote address.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for the kind introduction. Principal of the school, directors of the school management team, and all the distinguished participants. It's my privilege to have this opportunity. I should thank you very much for organizing this program. And thanks to Premier College for hosting this program. Actually, during the introductions also it is mentioned that there is no mention that I have a IT background. Of course, I do not have professional IT background, but I still, as a part of my job, I am coming here to make this presentation. And my objective of participating this program is to carry the movement in AI in Nepal as a part of my job. So I tried my best to make this presentation, but I'm not sure whether this will be as part of your expertise. And I'm coming here to learn from you. My background, I have worked in genetic engineering, molecular engineering, chemistry, microbiology, environment science, and food sciences. But this, I have now entered into the AI dimension. I'll try my best. Now, strategic approach for AI application in Nepal. So we are trying to develop the strategy. Sometimes we do different types of programs, but without strategy, the process and the result may not that efficient or effective. So we need the programs. Of course, side by side, we need the strategy also. So if they are compatible, then the result will be much more visible and effective. Sometimes we develop strategy and there are no programs. Sometimes we develop programs, we launch programs in different capacities by different organizations, but if there is no strategy, then also it will be not that effective. So we now tried to develop the strategy, but before going to the strategy, I would like to mention that in my presentation I have divided introduction of AI, then Nepalese context, and then the strategy. Okay, so the artificial intelligence is actually the simulation of human intelligence systems. How we think, the system of AI system is mimicking that. This AI is not very new one. I've been reading this for a long time. When I was a child also, this word was there in Nepal also, in some magazines, especially published by the other countries. That is also there. But now this became very popular and applied. At that time, it is just some sort of research works happening in United States and the Western countries. But now, this has been applied and used even in our country. So this is not new one. When we think artificial intelligence, we think that it is a very new one. But actually, this system was imagined a long back, and even in the ancient time, this type of things have been imagined. In the Western Greek society or even our society, these sort of things have been imagined, but the word has been coined in 1956. So during my childhood also I have read about the artificial intelligence. So the system can be explained in the way the learning, how it will first learn, the machine will learn, and then the reasoning, and then self-corrections and creativity. This sort of, the process can be explained in this way also. The machine has to learn, for example, okay, so AI has different ways, and under that, machine learning is one. I will little bit more explanatory I will give in later slides, but this also will be useful. Learning, reasoning, self-correction, and creativity. In other words, we also say the neural system, because I have a biological background, we think like observation, learning, analysis, and decision making. The neural system, we divide in that way. So this is also similar to that, so it's okay. So again, I have this one slide. So in this, I would like to come into this technical little bit. We have experts from highly competitive experts here, competent experts here, and they may also give their inputs. So there is a task in these elements of machine learning. I'm giving machine learning as an example, okay? So the tasks, and then we develop a model, and for that we need data. And there are different types of data. And for training data, for example, there will be training data, huge amount of data is required, and then we need, again, the validation data or test data. Sometimes we use test data, sometimes both. And then the production data, that is application data. And then that, once we have this data and we prepare models, and then we also have to make optimization, and then the evaluation. There are a lot of statistical tools we have to use for the optimization and evaluation. In fact, this is in machine learning, we use a lot of statistics, very, very complex statistic. And in simple modeling, this is not possible. It is a complex modeling, so this is why it is artificial intelligence. Sometimes thousands of parameters we have to use. So this slide tries to explain this, and another also would like to explain. Okay, so there are different kind of machine learning, supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning. Similar things I have explained for data acquisitions, and then the modeling, and then the improvement. So in this way, we develop. To understand, to develop the concept, it is not that difficult, but to work, it needs a lot of efforts and intelligence. So this is, I try to explain a little bit. First, you need the data that you train the machine, and then you have to test that and retrain that. If there is problems, errors, then you have to, again, train that. And in that way, the machine can learn and can generalize. Now in our country, what is happening, we are all the time, we are the users. We do not develop. In many cases, whether it is a motor car, aeroplane, or software, now software, it's okay. In many cases, even I have worked much of my time in standardization system development, and there also we are just acceptor, users. Other people develop and we use. And using that also, it's very challenging to us. Once we are able to use them, that is also a great achievement, we feel. But we normally do not develop. So this is the situation. And in ranking, Nepal was put 139 among 181, means readiness, okay. So in that also we are very behind. And with this mark, we have to evaluate that our position. Now, I have mentioned that we are just acceptor, okay, receiver. But in digital economy, there is some very encouraging data. Like we have last year, in 2022, our recorded export is more than 50 million US dollar. And this contributes, IT sector contributes 1.5% of GDP. Our GDP, the IT contributes, service alone contributes 1.5%, and 550 million, sorry, not 50, 550 million US dollars we have exported the service. So in this case, the condition is not like other conditions, other subjects. Here we have scope, and In AI service providers are also a lot. There are more than 50 organizations, 50 companies working in this area. And Kathmandu University is being conducting this AI courses since 2021. And Gandaki University also started recently this course. So there is some things as a background. Now, before going to the strategic path, so why we need AI? So this is give us the allow us to do the scientific resources, because we need to do a lot of modelings, we need to do a lot of predictions, and with AI we can have better results, better innovative environment, and also the efficiency in all sectors. Actually, Digital Nepal, that has a program to transform Nepal into digitalization. So that also has mentioned all the sectors of as to be digitalized. So, and that also will help to gain the efficiency, productivity, all these things. But adding on that with the AI will much move us to the another level. So these are the advantages, and everything has advantage and disadvantage, merit, demerit. So there are some risks also. That is normally tell that in the world, displacement of job, but it is still for us, it may take some time to do that. But other are security issues, safety issues, loss of creativity. These are very important that we have to look after that. Because of using AI, if there are false or incorrect errors, that can lead to some losses. And also the cyber security issues are also very important. If we are relying on the artificial intelligence, there may be the security issues in that way also. And loss of creativity is very important, especially for the students. If we ask them to write essay, if we take the support of ChatGPT, then how can we stop? Everything, if they are consulting in this, then there may be problems also. So these are the things we have to consider, and there are other risks also. But advantage and risks go hand in hand, and we have to manage these risks. Now, to develop the strategic plan, what we are doing is we have formed a committee, multi-sectorial committee. This has been formed, and only one meeting up to now, only one meeting has been conducted. And after that, what we have decided is we need to have initial baseline informations and also stakeholder consultations, and few workshops will be conducted, interactive workshops will be conducted. And also we need to have international partners for the consultation, because we can gain information and knowledge from their experiences. And we expect the first draft or zero draft by May 2024. Now, this is just our thoughts. It's not finalized, because we always use participatory approach to develop the strategy, policy. But as our experiences tells, these could be the elements of that strategy. System approach in AI, wise application of AI in alliance with Digital Nepal framework and to contribute for prosperity of Nepal. Defining role of every stakeholders, government funding for AI system, establishment of regulatory framework to manage risks of AI application, and data management is very important, and also human resource development, that is from the school level to the university. They have to play a critically important role, and then infrastructure development also very important, from 5G to other supercomputers, maybe some days quantum computers. All these infrastructures we have to build. Not only them, the server system and other things also we need to develop as a part of infrastructure. And then we need institutional setup also. This is just few points. This is not concrete and final one. And we need to develop center of excellence type of organization, and also the committee that will be comprised of all the stakeholders. And also we need science diplomacy in order to move ahead, because alone we cannot move that faster. We need to get assistance and support from the international experts communities, and also implement AI-driven solutions, not only in government, we have said government, but also in private and education everywhere. And we have one program, Governance 4.0. That's why I mentioned this. And we need more AI entrepreneurs, and AI promotion activities also will be the part of the strategy. Now, what will be the role of government to implement that strategy? The investment. The government has to fund for the AI program, and for this, we have a plan, not only for AI, for overall science and technology development. The government, we have been requesting government to make a budget of 1% of GDP. But at the moment, government has sanctioned 1 billion rupees Science and Technology Innovation Fund. So, but gradually this has to increase to 1% of GDP, and as part of that money we have to spend for the AI also. And policy and strategy also need, regulatory framework also we need. The government has to play the role, establishment of institutes, be watchful so that education be not expensive in the name of pseudo AI. So, and there should not be gap between the rich and the poor in terms of highly sophisticated type of school and the public school. I mean private school and public schools. There should not be that much of gap. And also the AI projects also. I have mentioned that the strategy should be backed by the projects and plans, programs. There should be different programs like digitalization, virtualizations, human resource development, different kind of projects we have, government has to launch. Okay. Now in academic institutes, so first of all, they should have also their own policy, plans and programs for AI. And they can, in the school level, they can run the program like digital literacy, embracing AI-powered EdTech, transforming education towards education 4.0. We have given this terminology for digitalization in education as education 4.0, just like industry 4.0. And also very important, the STEM education, STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, integration of this is not just education, but actually this is the approach. So this, if the academic institutes embrace, it will help to improve the science, technology, engineering, mathematics status, as well as their creative thinking, as well, and then the AI system. And also the computational infrastructure, including virtualization, education in machine learning, deep learning, IoT, etc. also can be introduced. An AI-based solution in teaching and education systems. As in inauguration, opening remarks, Madam also mentions the applications of AI. They can be, really they can be implemented and establishment association level cooperation and collaboration. Means PAPSON's type of organization can also play a very important role, and national and international cooperation. And another very important point is controlling over misuse of AI that should not kill the creativity of our students. Now the private sectors is also a very important part. They also have corporate policy and strategy, investment in developing AI and application of AI system, collective approach to be played by FNCCI and CNI, and also the role of NGO, INGO, other organizations are also important. Now, after saying this, what MOIS is doing, other than this development of strategy, we are drafting the STI Act, and this strategic plan of action of STI policy also we have developed, still it is not approved. This drafting of AI policy, strategy of computational infrastructure, technology assessment, foresighting, innovation management system, science diplomacy, STEM education, pilot innovation projects, research, research valorization, another important program. That is, research will be commercialized through these programs, and governance 4.0 is digitalization, and STI MIS, and support for the research programs. So these type of, still there are some others, but the main programs are there. Wherever the schools, academy, other institutes fit, we are eager to work together. And from our side, we would like to support science and technology movement, AI movement, to the level, to the possible level from our side, because the limited resources, constraints, we may be not able to do everything, and expect and encourage schools like Premier College. You can do a lot. As a leader, you can be an example for other colleges and schools also. And this program also I am taking as an example of your leadership. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Indusar, for your keynote. And I think there are a lot of takeaways for me as an educator and for many of you who are working in core education. I believe the startling point and the core attraction was the integration of AI in the national curriculum at the school level computing subject area and integration of basic AI literacy. For Bikasji and his team at Robotics Association of Nepal, I'm sure the 1 billion rupees that the Science and Technology Innovation Fund has been allocated would give rise to more AI entrepreneurs. And I'm absolutely thrilled to announce that schools such as Premier and the other educationists that are also present, we will try our best in ensuring that there is lesser gap between the privileged schools and the not so privileged. Just to ensure and let you know what's happening by the side of this conference, Robotics Association of Nepal, in association with Premier, is currently hosting a robotics, IoT, and AI workshop, which is going on currently right now for 3 days, 7th, 8th, and 9th of January, where 18 young people, including, I believe, 4 girl students from community schools, are participating. So their participation in this 6 girl students. So we are also trying our level best to ensure that the bridge is gapped, the bridge is not as wide as it seems to be, as Indu sir correctly mentioned. And we're really excited by the framework that Indu sir showed us. So thank you so much, sir, for that. Now we move on to our esteemed presenters who will lead us through AI toolkits and their applications, how to get started with artificial intelligence, and the importance of data science in education. To get started, I'd like to invite Mr. Rishabh Raj, Manager at Robotics Association of Nepal, for his presentation. Allow me to introduce him. Rishabh Raj is currently working as the Manager at Robotics Association of Nepal and Manager of the Mission Oxygen team. He's an electronics and communication engineer and also serving as a visiting lecturer at NIST Patan and Nesfield International College. He shares his tech expertise with students during his lectures. And as a lecturer and robotics trainer, he's a unique blend of hands-on experience in robotics and has immense passion for education, showcasing the intersection between technology and learning. Mr. Rishabh Raj will be speaking on latest AI toolkits for education. Let's welcome him.
Good afternoon, everyone. Namaste सबैजनालाई. I am Rishabh Raj, currently working as manager at Robotics Association of Nepal and visiting lecturer at NIST Patan and followed by Nesfield International College. That drives me to be part of this presentation and wonderful EdTech, Mini-Edtech AI conference. Respected Indu sir from MOEST, respected Santosh sir from MOEST, and respected guest from different organizations, and my colleagues and the organizers who are working to keep this event impactful for everyone. Today I am going to present what latest AI toolkits we are using while we are delivering education, while I am delivering any classes, what I am using. Mostly I will be focusing on that, and along with that I will add some other tools that are be used around for different activities we need. Okay, AI, I think everyone knows about AI. Indu sir has explained about AI. Vikas sir explained about AI. AI is just a virtual brain that we need to train. For example, a robot is a physical version of what we are seeing in the AI. So when we are talking about the AI, there will be the virtual brain that will be deep learning, machine learning, reactive machines that there may be supervised learning, unsupervised learning, And there will be also some type of pre-planned, like we are playing chess. That is also a part of AI. That is that works on the rules and regulation that has been, or the algorithm that has been made earlier. So everything what we likewise Facebook, we are using Facebook. We previously last day we talked about different guests over here. We are talking about that. After the talk, I got the suggestion of everyone in my friend list. People may you know. So that is the what AI is working on. Like Sandeep sir, Indu sir, Santosh sir, Srijan sir, Susil sir, Alok sir, everyone has in my list of people you may know in the Facebook. Likewise, Pravina ma'am also. So everyone is there. So that's how the AI is being trained, and that's how the AI is working on. So AI is not going to replace you. This is the first thing I would like to say everyone, that AI is not going to replace anyone, any human. Would not like AI is not going to replace any jobs, but the person who is using AI will be replacing. So if I am using AI, I will be replacing someone who is not using AI. So the thing is that who will be using it? So moving forward, AI applications in education. I have categorized in 3 sections. AI is being a part of education. Everyone in my classes, if some students bring their notes or the assignments just copying from chat GPTs and other toolkits. So that is also some good thing. In one perspective is that students are working and learning, and they are researching on something, not just focusing on their own self, because when I am providing some slides, there is a limitation of the task, a limitation of the work, limitation of the subject matters. But when they are diving into the different social medias, different AI materials or mediums, they are exploring huge boundaries and huge field of that particular topic. So I have categorized in 3 sections. There are admins, likewise administrators and workflows of schools, colleges, basically engineering, IT colleges, research work and teaching and learnings. And in this section, I will be explaining with some examples what tools preferably I use. There is not only the tools I am using, there are lots of other tools available, but for now I have collected few that are easier and easier to use and easily available in the market, that we are using that. Okay, first part, admin workflow automation. For grading and learner analytics, we use ChatGPT 0. So ChatGPT 0, that is firstly and mostly used for grading and learners analytics. That is the best which everyone is using, because ChatGPT is very common to everyone now. Coursework presentations. So for presentation, what I am going to teach in the class, I prepare before I leave, or before the night I have to leave, because I think engineers are very lazier. They won't work until the pressure comes on their head. So if I have tomorrow, same like this, the presentation I am showing you, I had prepared last night. So while I'm taking the classes, that is not working. Okay, so while I take classes, I prepare the presentation. So I will have some demos. So the thing is that I have to just keep the Okay. Thank you. So if I would like to prepare any presentation, I would just type any topic and it will give me the presentation of 5 pages or 8 pages or any the number of pages I want. For example, I just make robotics basics. So there are 8 cards, and 8 cards I have to um, select the theme. It's generating. So obviously it needs some kind of some kinds not it needs large number of algorithms, data sets that will help them to create that proper and specific presentations. Here it is. Yes. So moving forward, so grant writing. Likewise, we have different grant application we need to apply. Just Nepal Academy of Science and Technology provides 10 lakh grant to uh, every researchers. Those who are capable can submit their research work and can find their grants proposals. So for that, they can just go to this grantable.com .co and then can prepare a grant proposal. That will be in that grant proposal. Just we need to edit some scenarios that won't be numbers, the numbers that does not give by grant table. So that just we need to add numbers that will help the grant to apply for the grants. So in the research work, we need there are lots of sectors for idea generation. We use AI for education. So AI for education provides the generation of any ideas what we need. For example, if I'm going to teach I am the teacher or lecturer of operating system in Nesfield. So once I am going to Nesfield, I have a specific and pre-planned syllabus. Just I need to place that syllabus on that idea generation, and it will generate all the ideas and all the contents for me for the classroom. So literature reviews. We are writing literatures, different proposals. For that we can go to SciSpace, typesearch.io. There we can just review our literature, and we can have edit that literature that won't sound relatable to AI, and that will help you to connect with more specific and generic form that will be capable of seems to be a more human written or more human delivered. Likewise, we have another illicit. Illicit is also that provides literature reviews. Draft paper edits. It's provide the different reports and paper writings. For example, I have prepared a survey report, usage of AI toolkits in colleges and schools of Nepal by using copy.ai. Uh, Likewise, Quillbot. Quillbot provides a specific tasks like just translation, summarizer, paraphrases, and grammar checker. Everything will be provided by the Quillbot. So Quillbot is also a US-based organization, and that provide a great performance and great outputs. For images and diagram generation, because this is a common, I think everyone using this, from superstar to students to superstars like you, experts from your fields, and everyone is using this. Adobe Firefly is the one of the best example, because they uses the prompts that is more close, and that gives the perfect answers or perfect outputs that you have given them as a prompt. So Zoo is also that is also Zoo is also there, but Zoo is not so much reliable. Decimation and presentation preparation simplified will be used as for any presentation or any decimation program we are organizing. So for that, I had just written their foundation of robotics and artificial intelligence. I have already made that. So that this will be used. For teaching and learning, we have content creation. Content creation is the most important part while we are going to take classes or while we are going to deliver any lectures. For that, knowledge is there, and we can use that as a perfect one, because I am using this, and this gives me everything what I need, and in minimum time, because time is directly proportional to money. No one wants to give lots of time to just prepare some space of slide. So for collaboration, we can. This is the Puzzle app or web app that provides a social media type of connection. Every one of here can be connected there and can be communicating, helping each other in course development, workshops, books or journals, or even others. Like everyone, just for example, you are a content writer, if you are a speaker, if you are a lecturer, they can be go there and put their work here. So this is the moving onward. I will show the examples of every slides in the last. Okay, collaboration. Okay, interaction with content. If you want to brand your product or brand your organization, anything, you can go to the Brand24, and it will give you the best way of marketing, interaction, best way of marketing with the content, because we are sharing the most of contents via Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, but we want to have the proper specific contents. For that, we can use Brand24. Transvibe is also there. We can use that as a content creator. So, but Brand24 is more reliable. Thank you so much from my side. If you would like to connect, you can connect via my email. There is my email. Okay. So I have some examples. From 15, 16, 17, we have Mini-Edtech Madhes Robotics Championship. For that, I have just placed what the keywords we need, and it has already prepared me this type of document. Yeah. With the backgrounds and everything. What are the mission, visions, objective? I need to have some assistance that I need to change I have just given some instruction, and that accordingly, app grant table has changed that content. So illicit is also for using for contents. We can go in this size space, and we can prepare any presentations that will be useful for our classes, and that will be presentable for if you are just for example, if I am the student, I will be going to present any contents that will this one size space will help to create that. I had already told you about the survey reports I have made, the uses of AI toolkits in colleges and schools of Nepal. So this is the content it had given to me. Quillbot, whatever doc we provide this, for example, if I am providing this conclusion, for now it will paraphrase it, so somehow it changes and it won't look like AI written. If you can change your words, you can summarize grammarly, you can check grammars, you can summarize the contents, or you can translate to, for example, I'm speaking in English, some of our guests are from Philippines, China, they can also use this to translate the contents. Explore this is the Zoom replica, replicate.com, and this is used for the create images using generative AI. That is mostly used nowadays in every contents. Generative AI is mostly used nowadays because it is the most prompt and most connecting to the AIs. For like we can see here a foundation of robotics. It has already created for me the presentations. Sorry for my classes contains. I already told you. Okay. So this is from my side. Thank you for listening me. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, Rishabji. Sorry I had to rush you up because we're exceeding time limits and we have to keep to the time frame. The next presenters, I would really appreciate if you keep to your time limit, which is 10 minutes. Next, we have Jerry Tan, CEO and Managing Director, Lateral Robotics, who is joining us virtually from Singapore. Jerry will be talking on practical AI applications in learning how to get started. I believe the technical team is working on bringing Jerry online. I get a thumbs up, so which means Jerry is online. Welcome, Jerry.
You can hear me and see the screen well?
We can. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So let me start. So, hi, good afternoon. I'm Jerry from Lateral Robotics. Basically, we are an AI education solution provider. We are very thankful and privileged to be invited by Robotics Association of Nepal to take part in this Mini-Edtech AI conference to share a bit of what we are doing. Because I think it is quite befitting to the theme of today, AI in education. In fact, we really want to support everyone to get started in learning artificial intelligence, right? Okay, so let me quickly walk you through a bit of some of our common AI applications that we can see in our daily life, right? So autonomous vehicles, right? So companies like Tesla has been investing billions in making our cars more intelligent. They can even move without a driver. So this is no longer a science fiction, but is indeed happening in our daily life, right? And autonomous vehicle is one area where AIs applications are being used extensively. Since last year, we also have some very interesting development in the natural language processing spheres, in particular regarding the ChatGPT, right? So there's everything about how can we communicate with a machine or with a computer. So suddenly it is no longer an impossible task for you to, like what the previous speaker has shown, that to do a presentation in a very quick way, right? So this is something that's already out there, and we are using that already, right? So for those of you that are familiar with manufacturing in the factories, we even use artificial intelligence for example, for fault detections, for broken glass detection, inspection, etc. So this is using cameras, technology, and computer vision. Again, it's already there, whether we know or not, but it is we are already using artificial intelligence in our daily life. And last but not least, also similarly, actually not only in the factory setting, we even have nowadays, we have like service robot making you a cup of coffee or serving you your favorite meal, right? So for our educators at the hall as well as visually here, have you ever asked yourself, if you want to start teaching your students to learn all this technology, how do you get started? Right. So I see there are many ways of doing that, obviously. So some of the previous speaker has give a wonderful introductions on the fundamentals of AI. I think these are very important things that you can teach your students. But most importantly, we want to introduce to you a new approach so that we can let students to learn AI in a more hands-on fashion, in a more practical manner. Okay, so we call it now as a practical AI applications learning, right? We think that AI is so important that we not only need the AI scientists, but we need also people like AI engineers that are able to apply AI in a practical way, right? Okay, so we have put together actually like a learning solutions where we try to cover the AI applications in 4 areas, right? So like what I just mentioned just now, computer vision is one area where we use camera sensor technology to do object detection, face recognition, etc. And this is actually one of the quite established subjects already at the university level when it comes to AI learning. Autonomous navigation, so just I'll talk about like driverless cars. So how can we make a vehicles, robots, intelligence that it can navigate on its own? So that's actually using AI applications with autonomous navigation. Object manipulations, there's the use of robotics arm for object manipulation tasks, right? Whether it's about grabbing the cup of water or about carrying some very difficult tasks, right? Like in a factory environment, etc. And last but not least, yes, speech interaction. So everything got to do with the chatbot, right? When you call your airlines, want to ask about your flight connection, etc., you may find yourself sometimes speaking with some robots, right? But how does all this thing works? How can we develop talents from Nepal that's able to give contributions to develop such applications? So that's what we want to introduce these 4 modules in education. It's not only in research that we want experts, but actually we need to start with education so that students are familiar, are exposed to all these very important applications area while they are still in schools, okay? And for that, I said we want to emphasize on the hands-on aspect, and we have put together something like a AI applications development platform that we try to put these 4 modules together on a hardware platform so that students are able to learn AI not only in a theoretical fashion, but actually in an applied manner, okay? So we have something like a Jupyter robot, which is, I say, an integrated service robot development platform that we put together to let students to learn how you program actually a robotics arm, like in the development world. How can you develop something like this? So that's what we want to let students to learn about object manipulations. And then about driverless cars, right? So it all started with some modelings. How can you build a map so that the robots or the cars can move autonomously. So what's happening behind the scene? And as the previous speaker also mentioned, we want to not only use the technology, but we hope we can work with you to support students' talents from Nepal to develop their own applications. The same thing with computer visions, things like object detection, face recognition technology, right? So can we have locally trained talents that are able to do all this? So that's what we hope. It has to start with education, okay? All right, and then the last but not least, speech recognition, something like the speech recognition, speech synthesis, etc. So all this start with modeling, and that's what we want to support teachers, support educators in introducing this in the classroom, okay, through a platform, an integrated service robot development platform, okay? And we introduce along the way robot operating systems, which stand for which is the short one is called ROS. It started by Stanford University and slowly become the most important software development framework in the open source space. Okay, and it is an open platform. So in promoting the learning of AI and robotics, we also want to emphasize that we don't want to promote any type of proprietary systems, but rather we are a strong advocate of open source community. So meaning is that this is a commercial product, yes, but actually we put together all the standard equipments and we integrate them using open source software. So the benefit for students from Nepal or even all over the world is that you are freely able to access all the open source knowledge out there, right? Rather than restrict yourself to any proprietary knowledge from the company. Okay, and how do you get started? So students actually need to know only one thing, and that is Python programming. Okay, and then the rest, so they just need to learn how can you write the simple codes, and that's where the foundation. It doesn't matter whether you want to expose this to the international schools, to the secondary school, or even to university students, whether they are computer science or engineering, everyone is welcome as long as they have learned programming. Okay, so that's the Jupyter robot that we are distributing. We also have something smaller like Jupyter I/O, which is what I'm holding here. So it's more like a personal AI learning device. So for those of you that are not so much into robotics, so it doesn't matter. I want to emphasize it doesn't have to be robotics, right? So ultimately, we want to support the learning of AI using hardware, and it can be as small as a personal AI learning device like a Jupyter I/O. Okay, so. And I want to mention here is that we hope we can work with you, okay, whether you are teachers, you're educator, or government agencies, in trying to support the schools in introducing artificial intelligence in the curriculum. And for that, you need more than just the hardware, right? So you need also the software, which, as I mentioned, they are mostly open source here. And then lastly, I also want to emphasize that we need to have a customized solutions, right? For countries like Nepal, you have a different needs, different requirement compared to other countries. So for that, it is really about how can we collaborate together to work on this, to design a curriculum, to design a solutions that's customized to your needs, to your AI education needs, right? Okay, so I come to the final slide of my presentation. So it's a very short one. So I was very humbled to be invited by Robotics Association of Nepal to take part in this AI conference. And then I also have a talk with Bikash that, so we really want to be part of the ecosystem, AI learning ecosystem of Nepal. So there are many ways that we can collaborate together, right? So I am very far here in Singapore, but nevertheless, we actually support schools worldwide, schools that want to introduce AI in your curriculum, right? And not only on the fundamental theoretical fashion, but more on hands-on fashion. So education is what our first and foremost our mission is. We hope we can support you in increasing the general AI awareness of the students, and not only just awareness, but the ability to apply this to design their own driverless car, to design your own face recognition system, etc. For those of you that are in training space, let's say you work in an enrichment center or training center, yes, please get in touch as well. So if you are targeting to design a curriculum that's suitable for adults, for example, okay? Research at FYP, that's if if you are academics or if you have students that want to do on AI research, but by facing issues about hardware, please get in touch so that we can see how we can work together to deploy our platforms for research purpose. And last but not least, we are also supporting Robot Cup at Home Education, which is a worldwide initiative to support students in joining competitions to develop AI and robotics application. So for that, yes, I would like to end my presentation. And yes, please get in touch in whatever fashion if you want to do something about letting students to learn AI robotics practically. Yes, so we hope we can hear from you and then we can work out something together. Thank you very much. I'm Jerry from Latel from Singapore.
Thank you so much, Jerry. I think Jerry brought together what Indu sir was talking about in terms of Nepal having limited resources, and that's where Robotics Association of Nepal is actually bridging the gap through international visits when they are bringing collaboration like lateral robotics to Nepal. I'd like to highlight that Jupiter IO personal AI learning devices like the Jupiter Robot, and Jerry, of course, as CEO and MD at Lateral Robotics, is interested in working with government agencies in Nepal and schools to introduce AI into the curriculum, where it's not just about the hardware. Of course, researchers can also have access to hardware, but they're also interested in collaborating with our schools and universities and the government itself in terms of helping with AI technology, software and hardware both. That is such an interesting cusp to be at. Next up, we have Puneet Jajodia, co-founder at Programmis, who will be sharing his experience on integrating AI mentor in coding curriculum. Let's welcome Puneet.
Hello everyone, my name is Puneet Jajodia and I am the co-founder of Programmis. We're one of the largest coding instructors in the world. So our platform programmis.com is used by people all over the world to learn how to code. As I'm going to speak only Nepali, English दुईटै गरेर unfair to some of the international panelists, but I hope they will understand from my slides what I'm trying to say. So EdTech and AI, it's a very personal topic to me because I work in EdTech. That is my job, that is what feeds me. And AI is personal, and I'll talk about why AI is very personal to me. So I'll talk about why educators should not ignore AI. It seems like AI aisakyo, you know, like it's coming, but now it's today, it's here. And we cannot just say AI is coming, AI has come, and now 2023 was a pivotal year for AI in general, and not just AI, but the adoption of AI in public by the general public, right? That was a huge change that 2023 gave us. I usually talk about this whenever I talk about AI. There's a sentence I really like to say, which is, the half-life of knowledge is shrinking. Now, what does that mean? It means that if you had some skill, 1917 मा तपाईं वर्कफोर्स एन्टर गर्नुभएको थियो, तपाईसँग कुनै स्किल छ हैन, तपाई प्लम्बर हुनुहुन्छ, इलेक्ट्रिशियन हुनुहुन्थ्यो, तपाईलाई त्यो स्किल 30 वर्ष काम लाग्थ्यो होला. तपाईले 1990 मा तपाईले वर्कफोर्स जोइन गर्नुभयो, you have some skill, that skill would carry you for 15 years. The half life of that skill would be, or that knowledge would be 15 years. If you were born in 2010, then maybe that knowledge would be useful for 7.5 years. Now what about 2030? So that means what happens when the half-life of knowledge becomes less than the 4-year degree? तपाईले 4 वर्ष पढ्दा पढ्दै तपाईले पढेको कुरा नै युजलेस भएपछि के गर्ने त? This is the challenge, हैन? And this is a big challenge. In fact, this is the challenge of our generation, in my opinion. And we are in very exciting and disturbing times at the same time. Exciting because there's infinite potential. I think we haven't had such breakthroughs in science for a long time. हैन अलि स्ट्याग्नेसन आएको थियो बिचमा साइन्समा अहिले एकदमै एक्साइटिङ छ स्पेस ट्राभलदेखि लिएर एआईदेखि लिएर वी आर डुइङ अ लट अफ थिङ्स वी आर सिइङ अ लट अफ चेन्ज भेरी फास्ट अनि वी निड टु एडप्ट सो आई वान्ट टु स्टार्ट विथ जस्ट आई वन्ट टेक अ लट अफ टाइम निलाद्री इज लुकिङ एट मी सो एउटा स्टोरीबाट सुरु गर्छु होइन मेरो एकजना साथी हुनुहुन्थ्यो उहाँले चाहिँ अमेरिकामा मोन्टेसरी एजुकेसनमा राम्रो एक्सपिरियन्स लिएर नेपालमा एउटा गुरुङ गाउँमा पढाउन जानुभएको थियो फर सम टाइम होइन 5 इयर्स अमेरिकामा 5 इयर्स नेपालमा अनि मैले उहाँलाई सोधेँ कि तपाईँले अमेरिकामा पढाउँदा र नेपालमा पढाउँदा बच्चालाई नै पढाएको के डिफ्रेन्स पाउनुभयो भनेर अनि उहाँले चाहिँ क्या राम्रो इक्जाम्पल दिनुभयो उहाँले चाहिँ के भन्नुभयो भन्दाखेरि अमेरिकाको बच्चालाई मैले एउटा के अरे एप्पल ड्र गर्न भने अनि नेपालको बच्चालाई एउटा पेपरमा एप्पल ड्र गर्न भन्यो भने नेपालको बच्चाले चाहिँ एकदम राम्रो ड्र गर्छ अरे क्या अमेरिकन बच्चा भन्दा नेपाली बच्चाले एकदमै राम्रो कलर सलर राखेर चिटिक्क परेको एप्पल ड्र गरिदिन्छ अरे होइन तर अमेरिकन बच्चालाई एउटा ब्ल्याङ्क पेपर दियो अनि नेपाली बच्चालाई ब्ल्याङ्क पेपर दिएर ल तिमीलाई जे मन लाग्छ त्यो ड्र गर भन्यो नि अमेरिकन बच्चाले के न के ड्र गरिदिन्छ उसको मनमा जे आउँछ झ्यामझुम ड्र गरिदिन्छ नेपाली बच्चा चाहिँ वाट ही सेज टेल मी वाट टु ड्र एन्ड दिस इज आवर फेट टेल मी वाट टु ड्र होइन दिस इज द एजुकेसन द्याट वी हेभ गिभन आवर किड्स टेल मी वाट टु ड्र अब अहिलेसम्म त ठिकै थियो काम चलिरहेको थियो बट नाउ द्याट द एआई इज गोइङ टु ड्र द फ्लावर अर द एप्पल वाट आर वी गोइङ टु डु अनि आई मेन्सन द्याट एआई वाज भेरी पर्सनल टु मी भन्छ नि एआईबाट जब जाँदैन अनि पर्सन युजिङ एआई विल रिप्लेस यर जब आई कल बुलशिट अन द्याट सो जस्ट रिसेन्टली आई युज टु रन अ ट्रान्सक्रिप्सन कम्पनी वी ह्याड 150 पिपल so we used to get audio from Silicon Valley from US and 150 people used to type that audio in the beginning. This was 3 years ago. त्यसपछि बिस्तारै बिस्तारै एआई ट्रान्सक्रिप्सन राम्रो हुन थालेपछि हामीले त्यो वर्कफ्लो चेन्ज गरेर के गर्न थाल्यौँ भन्दाखेरि एआईको ट्रान्सक्रिप्ट आउँथ्यो अनि हामीले त्यसमा करेक्सन्स मात्र गर्थ्यौँ होइन अनि बिस्तारै बिस्तारै कम्पनी ग्रो हुँदै गयो एआईले नै हामीलाई एउटा एफिसियन्सी ल्यायो ट्रान्सक्रिप्सनको युसेज झन् बढ्न थाल्यो झन् बढी कमाउन थाल्यो अनि वी एट वान पोइन्ट ड्युरिङ द पिक कोरोना टाइम्स वी आर 150 पिपल नाउ लास्ट इयर विस्पर भन्ने एआई मोडल आयो अनि आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर द्याट मोमेन्ट वेन माई फ्रेन्ड माई बिजनेस पार्टनर वाज checking out the accuracy of that new AI model. And then he just came out of that room and he said, we no longer have a business. That means the AI transcription is better than human transcription today. होइन अनि त्यसले गर्दा 100 जनाले आज मेरो अफिसमा काम गर्नुहुन्न. That means we lost 100 jobs right in front of my eyes because of AI. So let's not take AI very lightly. It can create jobs, it can take away jobs in the चुटकियोमै भन्छ नि. So we need to learn. So what does this mean? All of these stories about this children, being given a blank piece of paper and struggling, अनि AI taking jobs, अनि यो अर्को जुन मैले example दिएँ. So what does it mean भन्दाखेरि we need to use AI. We cannot run away from it, and we need to leverage it in unique ways. What I mean by that is, अनि I'll come to the demo. So, oops. One second, So my presentation is done, and I'll just show you a small demo. यो चाहिँ मेरो प्लेटफर्म हो जहाँबाट हामीले पाइथन सिकाउँछौँ. So it is an interactive platform in the sense that the curriculum is on the left. This is a typical curriculum that you'd have in school, right? So chapters, inside chapters there are lessons, inside lessons there are pages. We have intentionally designed this to be like TikTok because the new generation obviously wants content in small pieces. They don't want to read books, they don't want to watch long lectures. So we've intentionally made this into Instagram Reel style. And what's special about this platform is, in the beginning this was not there, but basically you can run the code here and see the output here. No big deal, right? But what the magic is, if I make a mistake, for example, I just made a mistake, and I press run, and now there's a problem with my code, right? And now I can use something called Sense AI or Sensei. I can click on this. The AI is running its magic, and it's telling me in human language what went wrong with my code. Now this is like having an AI mentor with you 24/7, right? And then now I'll make a different mistake. So one child can make one mistake. They can get confused in one area of coding. Now instead of that mistake, I made another mistake, right? This is another type of mistake. So I'll press run, and then I can use AI again. And now it explains me what exactly went wrong with my code. Now, this might seem like a small demo that, okay, fine. So there's some AI magic happening and that's chilling. But in terms of the pedagogy, in terms of the child's experience of learning, the AI is responding to their unique style of learning and their unique style of making mistakes, and then giving the answers accordingly. Imagine this is just one program, 2 different types of mistake. Now imagine the AI helping the student across all of these chapters, all of these lessons, coming only when it is needed, only when the child is struggling, only when the child needs help, not coming, meddling in the child's learning, self-learning, but only just being there to be available whenever needed. So this is, we recently integrated this, and we are also integrating, right now the curriculum is still static, only the mentor is dynamic. Now we're working to make even the curriculum dynamic, which means the quiz that comes in the middle of chapters, they will also be dynamic based on what mistakes the child made or the student made. Even the challenges will be dynamic based on their strengths and their weaknesses. So this is a whole new model of education that we are bringing with AI, and I hope some of you will be inspired to see that the curriculum can be adaptive, the content can be adaptive, and how can we integrate these kinds of AI mentors into our curriculums so that children don't need to work at the teacher space. Till now, the teacher space has been the limiting blocker for the students. The students would have to wait for the teacher to teach them. One practical experience I'll tell you, and just ending on that note. I was teaching C programming to a group of students at a college, right? And then I was only on the 2nd week of the college. I had given the platform access to everyone. And I was teaching C programming, but there was one student who was opening Python programming. And I got pissed. I'm like, how stupid can you be? I'm teaching C programming and you're opening Python programming. And he says, sir, I've already finished C, right? So that's the magic. That means the student in 2 weeks finished what was supposed to be taught in 6 months. Right? The student did not need to wait for the teacher to finish all those topics. They have this platform, they have the content, they have the AI mentor, they can learn themselves. And that is the kind of generation we want to create. We don't want to limit the students, we want to increase their creativity. We want to be able to teach them how to draw on an open piece of paper and create magic using AI. So that's it, thank you so much.
Thank you, Punit, for that wonderful presentation. In terms of AI taking away jobs, which programmers experienced a while ago, Punit and I know both a content writer called Alexandra. She's from the UK, now settled in Nepal. She has a Nepali partner. So she was almost bankrupt 2 years ago with the advent of AI. Interestingly, what happened last year was that her clients, who were actually opting for AI transcriptions, now have reverted to her, saying that it's too generic. We don't like what AI is coming up with. And now she's getting her clients back. So a flip on what Punit just shared. And we know Alexander very well. We often have coffee together. So it can take away jobs, but it can also regenerate. The human mind is capable of so much more. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, let me come to the final presenter. We are very proud and privileged to have with us Mr. Kshitiz Rimal, who is the founder of Next AI, and he'll be leading us through the importance of data science and AI in education. Allow me to introduce him in brief. Kshitiz Rimal is a data scientist. He is founder, CEO at Next AI, and a Google developer expert in machine learning from Nepal since 2018. He has more than 6 years of experience in machine learning and more than a decade-long experience in software engineering. He has applied AI in various fields, ranging from EdTech space to AI for social good. He's an explorer and enthusiast in generative AI space. Let's welcome Mr. Kshitiz Rimal.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. Okay. So, मेरो टपिक चाहिँ इम्पोर्टेन्स अफ डाटा साइन्स एआई थियो, तर मैले अलिकति ट्विक गरेको छु र सिन्स वी आर टकिङ अबाउट एआई इन अ जेनेरेटिभ स्पेस दिस डेज, सो जेनेरेटिभ एआई इन एडटेक भनेर चाहिँ अलिकति मोडिफाई गरेको छु. तर थिम कभर गरेको छ यसमा चाहिँ ब्रिफली मेरो बारेमा भन्नु सरले पनि सो आइ एम अ गुगल डेभलपर एक्सपर्ट इन मेसिन लर्निङ सिन्स 2018 I was a senior data scientist at Brainly, which is an EdTech company for 2.5 years. Recently, my next AI initiative सुरु गरेको छु. So I will cover that in a second. So एकदमै सिम्पल एजेन्डा छ आजको टाइम पनि लिमिटेड भएको भएर. So जेनेरेटिभ एआई चाहिँ के हो र एडटेकमा कसरी युज हुन सक्छ, यसको लिमिटेसन, सम प्र्याक्टिकल युज केस र कसरी चाहिँ अब अहिलेको एभाइलेबल सोल्युसनलाई चाहिँ हामी कसरी युज गर्न सक्छौँ भनेर अलिकति ब्रिफली मैले कभर गरेको छु. सो 2023 वाज इयर फर जेनेरेटिभ एआई. त्यसको बिगेस्ट भनौँ न एडिसन भनेको चाहिँ जेमिनाई भन्ने मोडल हो जुन गुगलले रिसेन्टली लन्च गरेको छ. अहिलेसम्म हामीले जेनेरेटिभ एआईको स्पेसमा अलिकति भनौँ न पपुल्यारिटी कमाएको भने चाहिँ ओपन एआईको जिपिटी थियो, तर रिसेन्टली जेमिनाईले चाहिँ डाइरेक्टली कम्पिट गरेको छ ओपन एआईको जिपिटी 4 सित र इन्ट्रेस्टिङली अहिले फ्री पनि छ, सो तपाईँहरू ट्राई पनि गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. त्यो मात्रै नभइकन धेरैवटा कम्पनीहरूले वर्ल्ड वाइड चाहिँ एडटेकको स्पेसमै जेनेरेटिभ एआईलाई चाहिँ इन्क्लुड पनि गरेको छ आफ्नो प्रडक्टमा. And this is why 2023 was such an important year for generative AI. अब मैले धेरैचोटि जेनेरेटिभ एआई भने तर यो हुन चाहिँ के हो. सो इनफ्याक्ट अहिले हामीले सबै स्पिकरहरूले मोस्टली जब एआईको बारेमा कुरा गरिरहेको छौँ, इनफ्याक्ट हामीले जेनेरेटिभ एआईको बारेमा कुरा गरिरहेको छौँ. सो टेक्स्ट जेनेरेसन, इमेज जेनेरेसन, भिडियो जेनेरेसन, साउन्ड जेनेरेसन र यो सबै कुरा नेचुरल ल्याङ्ग्वेजको फर्मबाट कम्युनिकेट गरेर गर्न सकिन्छ. यसको एउटा इम्पोर्टेन्ट एलिमेन्ट भनौँ न जेनेरेटिभ एआईको, त्यसलाई एलएलएम भनिन्छ, लार्ज ल्याङ्ग्वेज मोडल. त्यसले चाहिँ हामीले जे लेख्छौँ नेचुरल फर्ममा त्यसलाई बुझेर इन्टरप्रेट गरेर जेनेरेट गर्ने काम गरिदिन्छ. र इनफ्याक्ट जेनेरेट मात्रै नभइकन यो यति डेभलप भइसकेको छ कि क्लासिफिकेसन, ट्यागिङ, एक्सट्र्याक्सनहरू पनि हामीले युज गर्न सक्छौँ. एज एन एक्जाम्पल साइडमा आम नट स्योर सबैले हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ कि सक्नुहुन्न, तर त्यहाँ एउटा एक्जाम्पल छ जसले चाहिँ एन्सर जेनेरेट मात्रै गरेको छैन कि तपाईँले कुनै एउटा सेन्टेन्स पठाउनु भने त्यसको इन्टेन्ट क्लासिफाई गरेको छ, सेन्टिमेन्ट क्लासिफाई गरेको छ र यसमा सब्जेक्टहरू के छ भनेर भनेको छ. सो इट नट जस्ट जेनेरेसन बट ट्यागिङ, एक्सट्र्याक्सन र इनफ्याक्ट यति इभल्भ भइसक्यो कि हामी मोर देन वान मोडालिटीमा जान सक्छौँ अहिले. सो टेक्स्टको इनपुट मात्रै नभइकन तपाईँ टेक्स्ट र इमेज दुवैले दिन सक्नुहुन्छ. एज एन एक्जाम्पल मैले जेमिनाईकै एउटा मोडल ट्राई गरेर देखाएको छु. यसमा चाहिँ पाटनको फोटो पठाउँदाखेरि र यसमा मैले एउटा क्वेसन सोधेँ यसमा के छ भन्दाखेरि उसले काठमाडौँको भनौँ न सिमिलर यो चाहिँ काठमाडौँ एरियाको फोटो हो भनेर उसले डिस्क्रिप्सन दिएको छ. सो मोडालिटी पनि एकदम इम्प्रुभ भएको छ. योभन्दा अगाडिसम्म जब हामीले एआईको कुरा गर्थ्यौँ तब चाहिँ हरेक एआई मोडलहरूको एउटा स्पेसिफिक युज केस हुन्थ्यो. जस्तो कुनै मोडलले अब्जेक्ट डिटेक्सन मात्रै गर्थ्यो, कुनैले टेक्स्टको मात्रै हेर्थ्यो होइन. अब चाहिँ जेनेरेटिभ एआईले चाहिँ त्यसलाई एक किसिमले मर्ज पनि गरिदिएको छ. नट जस्ट इनपुट आउटपुट पनि उसले दुवै तरिकाले दिन सक्छ. इमेज जेनेरेसन प्लस टेक्स्ट जेनेरेसन प्लस क्लासिफिकेसन. सो इट्स र यसले वाइड युज केसहरू पनि कभर गरेको छ, नट जस्ट स्पेसिफिक. सो अहिले जति पनि इन्टरनेटमा इजिली एभाइलेबल मोडलहरू छ त्यसले तपाईँले प्ले गर्नुभयो भने पनि तपाईँले लगभग तपाईँले सोध्ने क्वेसनहरू धेरैलाई एड्रेस गर्न सक्छ. सो दिस इज अ ह्युज इम्प्रुभमेन्ट कम्पेयर टु लास्ट कपाल अफ इयर्स भनौँ न. ओके, सो एडटेक, सो जेनेरेटिभ एआई एडटेकमा या एजुकेसनमा कसरी युज हुनसक्छ त्यसको लागि म एउटा एक्जाम्पलबाट सुरु गर्छु र मैले लिमिटेड टाइम भएको भएर धेरै एक्जाम्पल चाहिँ राख्न पाइनँ. सो मेरो विचारमा चाहिँ दुईवटा मेजर कम्पनीहरू छ जसले चाहिँ एडटेकको स्पेसमा जेनेरेटिभ एआईलाई राम्रोसित युज गरेको छ. त्यो एउटा खान एकाडेमी हो अनि अर्को चाहिँ ब्रेन्डली, विच आई वाज अल्सो पार्ट अफ. खान एकाडेमीले खान मिगो भन्ने एउटा आफ्नो एआई बट या एसिस्टेन्ट लन्च गरेको थियो जसले चाहिँ यसको एउटा इन्ट्रेस्टिङ कुरा अपार्ट फ्रम भनौँ न कोचको जस्तो कुरा गर्न सक्ने, एसिस्टेन्टको जस्तो कुरा गर्न सक्ने, यसले चाहिँ एउटा कुरा इम्पोर्टेन्ट कुरा केमा इम्फेसिस गर्यो भन्दाखेरि तपाईँहरूले पनि सुन्नुभयो होला जब ओपन एआईले लन्च गर्यो च्याट जिपिटी यिनीहरूले धेरै युनिभर्सिटीहरू कलेजहरूले चाहिँ यसलाई ब्यान गर्नुपर्छ, यसले चाहिँ चिटिङमा हेल्प गर्यो, स्टुडेन्टहरूले एफर्ट दिएन भनेर आएको थियो होला न्युज. तर खान एकाडेमीले चाहिँ इनफ्याक्ट यस्तो स्टुडेन्ट बनायो जसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यदि स्टुडेन्टले चिट गर्नु खोज्यो भने चाहिँ चिट उसलाई चाहिँ कसरी डाइरेक्ट गरिदिने चिट नगर्नेतिर त्यसमा चाहिँ हेल्प गर्नमा उसले फोकस गरेको छ. सो दिस इज भेरी इम्प्याक्टफुल र एआईलाई चिटिङ गर्ने टुल मात्रै नभइकन इनफ्याक्ट लर्निङ टुलमा कन्भर्ट कसरी गर्नेमा उसले चाहिँ अलिक बढी एफर्ट दिएको छ. अर्को भनेको ब्रेनली सो यसमा चाहिँ 2-3वटा युज केसहरू कभर भएको छ एउटा भनेको चाहिँ ह्यान्ड रिटन सोल्युसनहरूलाई स्क्यान गरेर डिजिटाइज गरेर त्यसको एन्सरलाई दिन सक्ने जस्तो कुनै पनि स्टुडेन्टले आफ्नो पिस अफ पेपरमा क्वेसन लेखेको छ भने फोटो खिचेर त्यसलाई डिजिटाइज गरेर यसको एन्सर दिने यो भनेको चाहिँ युजुअल युज केस हो पहिला पनि हामीले हेरेकै नै थियौँ तर यो मात्रै नभइकन जिनी भन्ने एआई लन्च गरेको थियो ब्रेनलीले जसले चाहिँ पर्सनलाइज्ड एन्सर सो तपाईँ रिगार्डलेस जुनसुकै लेभलको स्टुडेन्ट हुनुहुन्छ आइदर स्कुल लेभल कलेज लेभल तपाईँ त्यो एन्सरलाई पर्सनलाइज गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ आफ्नो इच्छाअनुसार सो सिम्प्लिफाई गर्ने कि एक्सपान्ड गर्ने कि डिफिकल्ट बनाउने कि इजी बनाउने त्यो कुरामा उसले फोकस गरेको छ सो पर्सनलाइज लर्निङ सो यो दुईवटा चाहिँ एकदमै बिगेस्ट टेक हो जस्तो लाग्छ र 2023मा भनौँ न ग्लोबली नै लन्च गरेको सोल्युसनहरूमा अफकोर्स यसमा हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ सिधै तपाईँले क्वेसन पनि सोध्न सक्नुहुन्छ र त्यही च्याट जिपिटीको स्टाइलले एन्सर जेनेरेट पनि गर्छ र पर्सनलाइज हुन्छ यो तपाईँको लेभल अनुसार सो बेसिकली टेक अवे यसमा चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि जेन एआई जेनेरेटिभ एआईले चाहिँ पर्सनलाइज लर्निङमा हेल्प गर्यो त्यो जुन सिम्प्लिफायर एक्सपान्ड एन्सरको एउटा इक्जाम्पल मैले दिएँ अर्को भनेको इफिसियन्सी र अटोमेसन सिन्स इट्स एन एआई अटोमेट गर्न इन्टेलिजेन्ट सिस्टम भएको भएर अटोमेट गर्न एकदम सजिलो भयो टिचरको सर्टेन नलेजलाई यसले क्याप्चर गरेर स्टुडेन्टमा हेल्प गर्न सक्ने भयो भनौँ न लर्निङ क्यापेबिलिटीलाई नै अर्को डाटा ड्रिभन इन्साइट सो कस्टमर या स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूको डाटा भनौँ एक्टिभिटी लगहरू हेरेर पर्सनलाइज स्कोरहरू हेरेर उसलाई त्यो अनुसारको इन्साइट या लर्निङ अपर्च्युनिटी दिन सक्ने भयो अर्को एक्सेसिबिलिटी सो एआईले भनौँ न फिजिकली डिसेबल्ड स्टुडेन्टहरू छ भने अडियो प्ले गरेर हुन्छ कि कसरी हुन्छ त्यो एउटा एडिसनल एड पनि दिन सक्ने भयो अर्को भनेको स्केलेबिलिटी सो टेक्नोलोजीलाई हामीले इन्टरनेटको थ्रुबाट धेरै ठाउँमा स्केलेबल गर्न सक्छौँ जुन चाहिँ एकदम गाह्रो हुन्छ एज अ ह्युमन टिचर भनौँ न त्यो चाहिँ एउटा स्केलेबिलिटी फ्याक्टर पनि एआईले एउटा इनेबल गरिदिएको छ सो आई गेस यो टप 5 चाहिँ मेरो लागि चाहिँ एकदम इम्पोर्टेन्ट कुरा थियो जेनेरेटिभ एआई र एजुकेसनको पार्टमा चाहिँ किन यो इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ भन्नको लागि अब यसको लिमिटेसन पनि छ सो अहिलेसम्म हामीले जति पनि युज केसहरू हेऱ्यौँ यो ल्याङ्ग्वेज डिपेन्डेन्ट युज केसहरू छ इनफ्याक्ट इङ्ग्लिस ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा बढी फोकस छ वाट इफ अब भनौँ न हामी नेपाली भाषा या नेपाली भाषा जस्तै लो रिसोर्स ल्याङ्ग्वेजहरूकोमा कुरा गरिरहेको छौँ सो वान अफ द प्रब्लम चाहिँ मैले आफैले पनि एक्सप्लोर गर्दाखेरि भेटाएको चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि हेलुसिनेसनको प्रब्लम सो जब जुनसुकै ल्याङ्ग्वेजको पनि डाटा लो रिसोर्स ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा पर्छ त्यसको डाटा कम हुन्छ त्यसमा हेलुसिनेसनको प्रब्लम हुन्छ लार्ज ल्याङ्ग्वेज मोडलहरू चाहिँ सर्टेन डाटा सेटमा ट्रेन गरिएको हुन्छ यदि कुनै एन्सर उसले राम्रोसित भेटाउन सकेन भने उसलाई जुन डाटामा ट्रेन गरेको त्यसबाट उसले एन्सरहरू मेकअप गरेर दिन थाल्छ त्यो एउटा प्रब्लम हो त्यसको एउटा सोल्युसन भनेको चाहिँ ऱ्याग या रिट्रिभल अगमेन्टेड जेनेरेसन भन्ने पनि छ यो वान अफ द टेक्निक हो तर इनफ्याक्ट एउटा प्रब्लम यो अझै पनि पर्सिस्ट चाहिँ गर्छ अर्को भनेको ल्याङ्ग्वेज लिमिटेसन नेपाली भाषामा त्यति इफेक्टिभ छैन जति इङ्ग्लिस भाषामा छ सो यो इभन GPT-4 या जेमिनीको लेटेस्ट मोडल यिनीहरूमा पनि देखिन सकिन्छ अर्को भनेको एक्सेसिबिलिटी सो डेभलपिङ वर्ल्डहरूमा चाहिँ यो एडभान्स मोडलहरूको एक्सेस अलिकति गाह्रो छ कम्पेयर टु डेभलप कन्ट्रिजहरूमा सो एउटा फ्याक्टर छ यसको लागि चाहिँ ओपन सोर्स मोडलहरू चाहिँ सेम लेभल अफ यसको लागि चाहिँ ओपन सोर्स मोडलहरू चाहिँ सेम लेभल अफ भनौँ न टेक्निकल एक्सपर्टिजमा आउनु जरुरी छ तर अहिलेसम्म आइसकेको छैन सो एउटा टेक्नोलोजिकल लिमिटेसन भनौँ ओपन सोर्स मोडलको जुन चाहिँ GPT-4 को लेभलमा पुग्न सकेको छैन त्यसले गर्दाखेरि पनि यो एक्सेसिबिलिटीको प्रब्लम स्टिल पर्सिस्ट गर्छ त्यसमा हामी काम गर्दैछौँ नेक्स्ट एआईबाट सो यो फेयरली न्यू इनिसिएटिभ हो यसको फोकस भनेको चाहिँ हामी नेपाली ल्याङ्ग्वेजलाई चाहिँ एडटेक इन्डस्ट्री नेपालको सेन्समा चाहिँ लो रिसोर्स ल्याङ्ग्वेजहरूमा चाहिँ कसरी चाहिँ एआई जेनेरेटिभ एआईलाई चाहिँ युज गर्न सक्छौँ एक्सप्लोर गर्न सक्छौँ र सोल्युसन बनाउन सक्छौँ भन्नेमा हामी फोकस गरेको छौँ सो टेक्स्ट इमेज अडियो तिनटै मोडालिटीहरूबाट हामी हेरिरहेको छौँ सो अहिले मैले धेरै कुरा सेयर गर्न सक्दिनँ किनभने यो फेयरली न्यू इनिसिएटिभ भएर होपफुली धेरै चाँडै म यसको केही रिजल्टहरू देखाउन सक्छु होला सो एभाइलेबल प्लेटफर्म्सहरू गुगल बार्ड यिनीहरू चाहिँ रेडिली एभाइलेबल अनलाइन सोल्युसनहरू हो जसको लागि तपाईँले अहिले पैसा पनि तिर्नु पर्दैन सिन्स GPT-4हरूको लागि तपाईँले सब्सक्रिप्सन मोडलमा जानुपर्छ यो अहिले इजिली चलाउन सक्नुहुन्छ फ्री अफ कस्ट तपाईँ डेभलपर हो भने आफ्नो प्रोडक्टमा इन्कर्पोरेट गर्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने एपिआईहरूबाट पनि तपाईँले यो फ्री अफ कस्ट अहिले चलाउन सक्नुहुन्छ यो गुगल एआई स्टुडियो भन्ने छ लेटेस्ट मोडल तपाईँले चलाउन सक्नुहुन्छ अर्को भनेको ओपन सोर्स मोडलहरू पनि छ, जस्तै मिस्ट्रल एआई, लामा 2, यिनीहरू पनि सम लेभल अफ पर्फर्मेन्स 3.5 छ, तर स्टिल 4 लेभलमा चाहिँ छैन। तपाईँले कुनै आफ्नो डाटा युज गरेर फाइन ट्युन गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ यसमा चाहिँ। मैले यो नामहरू जुन भने अब जेनेरेटिभ एआईको स्पेसमा न्यू भएकोलाई अलिक गाह्रो होला, तर बेसिकली यो चाहिँ लार्ज ल्याङ्ग्वेज मोडल जुन अहिले मैले मेन्सन गरेँ नि, तिनीहरूको एक्जाम्पलहरू हो। सो जति पनि सोल्युसनहरू हामीले हेरेर छौँ, बार्ड, च्याट जिपिटी, यिनीहरूले चाहिँ यस्तो टाइपको एलएलएमहरू चाहिँ अन्डर द हुड युज गरेर आफ्नो सोल्युसनहरू, एन्सरहरू जेनेरेट गर्छ। सो ओपन एआई, च्याट जिपिटीले चाहिँ GPT-4 युज गर्छ या GPT-3.5 युज भने गुगलको बार्डले जेमिनाई भन्ने मोडल युज गर्छ। त्यस्तै गरी तपाईँले ओपन सोर्स मोडलहरू पनि हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, लामा 2, यिनीहरू चाहिँ मेटा, फेसबुककोले प्रोभाइड गरेको। मैले यसमा चाहिँ धेरै फोकस गरिनँ किनकि मसित एकदम लिमिटेड टाइम छ र मलाई यता देखाइसक्नु पनि भएको थियो। सो तर तपाईँ सिक्न चाहनुहुन्छ यो कसरी गर्ने भने मैले केही रिसोर्सहरू पनि सेयर गरेको छु। सो होपफुली अर्गनाइजर्सहरूले चाहिँ स्लाइड सेयर गरेर त्यो दिन सक्नुहुन्छ। सो थ्याङ्क यू।
Thank you, Kshitiji. That was really informative. I think the one takeaway from me was from cheating tool to learning tool, because that is something that we really, really struggled with. And I would really like to thank all the 4 presenters. They are fantastic resource people. From Rishabh sir, who talked about his practical applications in colleges as to how he develops lesson plans, how he talks to students at the engineering colleges that he teaches, to Jerry reaching out to the government and to organizations in terms of what kind of support Singapore and lateral robotics can provide, to Kshitij's generative AI tools, and the interesting stories that Mr. Punit shared with us as to how artificial intelligence can take away jobs, and we need to be ready, from going for static curriculums to augmented curriculums, hopefully in the near future. It's time for our panel discussion now. I think we have a very, very powerful panel. But before we start the panel discussion, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Rabindra Prasad Dhakal, who is the Secretary at NAS. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for making it. The panel discussion is going to be moderated by Deepak Abhisht. Deepak is the president of Robotics Association of Nepal Far West for provinces 6 and 7. He's a seasoned professional with a background in computer engineering, currently serving as the managing director at SecureSoft, okay, with an X, a leading software solutions provider. Deepak's expertise extends from robotics to software development with prior experience as developer at Unique Contrive Private Limited. Can we have Deepak ji as the moderator of our panel discussion? Now, as I call out the names of the panelists, I would like them to come and take their seats, please. We have in our panel Sushil Upreti. Mr. Upreti holds a master's degree in information technology, MPhil in STEAM education, and is the coordinator and leader of the Google Educators Group in Kathmandu. He's the co-founder, Digital and Beyond, Google for Education partner, and a Google for Educators certified trainer. Upreti is visiting faculty, STEAM Department, School of Education, Kathmandu University. He loves to find creative ways to use ICT in STEAM education, making learning more exciting and inclusive for everyone. We have also Mr. Sandeep Sharma. Sandeep Sharma is the principal and director of Adhyan School, who is an innovative educator with a unique blend of experience in technology and education. He has previously worked in the communication and aerospace industries in the US for 5+ years before venturing into the education space in Nepal, bringing design thinking and technology to the forefront at Adhyan. He has also pioneered Reggio Emilia to early childhood education in Nepal. He is a member at the ICT Development Committee in FNCCI, member of CNI Education Council, and an executive member of NYEF Kathmandu chapter. He received his BS in Electrical Engineering from Virginia Tech and MS in Systems Engineering and Project Management from Johns Hopkins University. We have Mr. Sijan Shrestha, who is a senior machine learning engineer at Fuse Machines with over 5 years of experience in machine learning, deep learning, and data science projects. Sijin holds a master's degree in computer systems and knowledge engineering and demonstrates proven expertise in end-to-end model development and deployment. We have Mr. Alok Khatri. Alok is a certified coach and has an MSc in data science. He is pursuing a PhD in transformative business leadership and is passionate about leveraging artificial intelligence to fundamentally change how we learn. Alok believes this sector is ripe for innovation and is actively involved in projects that aim to develop or disrupt traditional learning models with AI's transformative power. And joining us all the way from Philippines, we have Dr. Nasratan Zadeh. Nasaran, my apologies, Nasaran Zadeh. Nasaran is a dedicated and passionate expert in the field of mechatronics, robotics, and automation. She is a valuable member of the MRSP since 2019, serving as Vice President of Robotics and currently serving as National President of the Mechatronics and Robotics Society of the Philippines. That is our distinguished panel. Ladies and gentlemen, over to you. Deepak sir, over to you. Let's enjoy the panel discussion.
Thank you so much, Niladri sir, for the warm introduction of myself and this distinguished panels. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Indu Bikram Joshi sir, Dr. Rabindra Prasad Dakal sir, E.R. Santosh Sharma sir, and Suresh sir, and the different leaders from different educational institutes and professional societies as well. So I'd like to start today's panel discussion session by asking our distinguished respected panelists for the insights on what they are currently doing in the field of AI, artificial intelligence. I'd like to move over to Sandeep sir first.
Namaste, good afternoon. Thank you so much, Deepak ji. Like Niladi sir introduced me, I am the principal and director of Adyan School. हामीले चाहिँ Adyan School ma we're trying to focus on 3 core pillars. First is design thinking, second is technology, and third is Reggio Emilia in early childhood. So AI को सन्दर्भमा चाहिँ I'll answer further questions later. तर हामी चाहिँ tech focused भएर चाहिँ हामी programming मा चाहिँ अलिकति बढी नै फोकस छौँ. AI को awareness र त्यसको कोर्समा integration पनि small steps चाहिँ अगाडि लिइरहेको छौँ, तर more focused on programming side. अनि मेरो background engineering, electrical and systems engineering, अनि मैले यसमा यो technology sectorमा चाहिँ 5+ years aerospace र communicationमा पनि US मा चाहिँ काम गरेको छु. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandeep sir. And now I'd like to move over to Alok sir. The same question: what Alok sir and the King's College have been doing in AI currently?
Hello everyone, very happy to be here, and especially the last 2 talks like really blew away my mind, especially with the kind of application that is there. Right now at King's College, we're building a program called AI for Growth. This program is being built in collaboration with NAMI, one of the biggest research centers that is housed in Nepal. With this program, we want to democratize AI education. It's a very digital first platform. The class is actually happening right now, and I was talking to the people right now. So with this program, we want to address the students, we want to address businesses, and people from all walks of life who want to get into AI education. We have made it digital first because we want to have that accessibility, and then more information on that maybe in the networking sessions. Apart from that, I also work in a stealth mode mental health education startup that is also trying to use AI to democratize mental health education. Very, very early days for that, but then yes, very exciting times for that as well.
Thank you so much, Alok sir. Moving forward, I'd like to move over to Sushil Upreti sir. With your experience on tech and integration of ICT with education, what are you currently doing, what you have been doing with AI in your current days?
Thank you, Deepakji. Namaste, everyone. Basically, सरले इन्ट्रोड्युस गराइसक्नुभयो. म चाहिँ अलिकति यो गुगल फर एजुकेसनसँग एसोसिएट छु. from the last 12 years. I've been working in the area of integrating ICT in education meaningfully. I would like to underline the word meaningfully. र त्यो सँगसँगै यो जुन जेनेरेटिभ एआईको इन्ट्रोड्युस भयो त्यसले चाहिँ कस्तो खालको इम्प्याक्ट पारिरहेको छ त नेपालको कन्टेक्स्टमा र अनि त्यसलाई हामीले कसरी इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्न सक्छौँ अलिकति म चाहिँ कम्युनिटीमा काम गर्छु सो आइ एम लिडिङ गुगल एजुकेटर्स ग्रुप काठमाडौँ त्यो चाहिँ गुगल फर एजुकेसनले फेसिलिटेट गर्छ र अनि हामी चाहिँ यो कम्युनिटीमा यसको प्रभाव कस्तो छ र यसले भनौँ न हाम्रो पेडागोजीमा करिकुलममा टिचिङ र लर्निङको प्र्याक्टिसेसमा चाहिँ अब के गर्नुपर्ने छ भन्ने हिसाबले चाहिँ गुगल फर एजुकेसनले नै लिएर आएको केही प्रोग्रामहरू छन् एआई लिट्रेसीका त्यसलाई कन्टेक्चुअलाइज गर्दै हामी कम्युनिटीमा गइरहेका छौँ मैले अहिले यति नै भनेको छु
Thank you so much, Sushil sir. Moving forward, I'd like to move to Engineer Sijan Shresthaji. Sijan sir, can you please briefly tell about what you have been doing and what Fuse Machines as a leading organization in artificial intelligence in Nepal have been doing in the field of AI in education?
Thank you, Debakji. As introduced before, I'm currently working as a senior machine learning engineer at Fuse Machines. I've been working there for more than 5 years. So my job role mostly includes applying the solutions, AI-powered solutions to some of the renowned companies in US. And so I'm mostly focused on providing the services to the companies. And apart from that, I also work as a tutor to tutor the students who are willing to learn machine learning, deep learning, and all the stuff through the AI fellowship that's been provided by Fuse Machines to all the students. Yeah, so that's all.
Thank you so much, Sijanji. Moving forward, I'd like to move to our next panelist, Dr. Nastaran Nazar Jade. Can you please share what you've been doing and insights on your current work on artificial intelligence in Philippines and over the world?
Very well. So, good day to everyone. And a special thanks for Robotic Association of Nepal for inviting me to this prestige event. As of our activities, Mechatronics and Robotics Society of the Philippines is a professional organization, and we are active on developing also competency standard training regulations for mechatronics and robotics. And now that we are more focused on robotics, we are also diving into the field of AI and robotics, also Internet of Things that are involved some AI power systems. We work with both industries as well as academia. So for academy, we help them to create a curriculum, tailor their training regulations. We're also working with the government agencies to develop some standards in the field of robotic and AI as well. And we also work with industries itself to provide them consultation, AI solution, particularly for Industry 4.0 and how to leverage AI in different manufacturing process within different sectors.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nastaran Nazar. Today's this conference, Mini-Edtech AI conference with the theme of Future of Education in AI is a pre-event of the AI conference with the theme of AI for Prosperous Nepal. So I think this session, this panel discussion on the Mini-Edtech conference sure will help the government, the MOEST, to include what kind of things and what kind of talks should be done before drafting the policies on education-based policies. So moving forward, I'd like to move to Sushil sir with the first question. Sushil sir, you have experience on EdTech field for over a decade in integrating ICT in education. what actions do you think the schools should take to stay up to date and relevant and effective?
Thank you, Deepak sir. फर्स्टमा चाहिँ मलाई जहाँसम्म लाग्छ यो जस्ट मेरो आफ्नो पर्सनल पर्सेप्सनकै कुरा गरिरहेको छु मैले सो वी निड टु सिम्प्लिफाई दिज बजिङ वर्ड्स लाइक यो स्टिम भन्छौँ अहिले दो आई एम स्टुडेन्ट अफ स्टिम अनि रोबोटिक्स भन्छौँ एआई भन्छौँ एकदमै कन्फाइन्ड एकदमै थोरै स्कुलहरूको रिचमा मात्रै छ क्या यो जस्तै यो प्रिमियर स्कुल भने म यहाँ दोस्रो पटक आएँ म 5-6 वर्ष अगाडि नेल्टाको एउटा प्रेजेन्टेसन त्यो त्यसमा म पेपर प्रेजेन्ट गर्न आएको थिएँ होइन सो यसलाई अलिकति सिम्प्लिफाई गरेर यो अलि हाउगुजी जस्तो टाइपको भयो कि अनि यसलाई अलिकति लोकलाइज गरेर चाहिँ हामीले कम्युनिटीमा कसरी पुग्न सक्छौँ बढीभन्दा बढी किन भन्दाखेरि वाइ वी आर हियर यो अहिले यो एआई इन एजुकेसन भनेर हामी किन कुरा गरिरहेको छौँ भन्दाखेरि बिकज अफ इट्स एक्सेसिबिलिटी होइन जुन यो गुगल बार्ड अथवा च्याट जिपिटीको एक्सेस भयो अनि त्यस पछाडि इट्स भेरी कमन है अब यो कमन भएको हुनाले नै के हो त भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ यसको बारेमा हामी धेरै कुरा गर्न थाल्यौँ यहाँनिर चाहिँ त्यस कारण यसलाई अलिकति हामीले एउटा सिम्प्लिफाई गरेर चाहिँ यो बढीभन्दा बढी चिल्ड्रेनहरूको रिचमा हामी कसरी पुग्न सक्छौँ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ होइन अनि यसको अफोर्डेबिलिटी पनि होइन जस्तै अब स्टिम भन्यो अलिकति मेरो आफ्नो एक्सपिरियन्स अनुसार स्टिमलाई इम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्नको लागि चाहिँ स्टिम किटहरू चाहिने भयो होइन जस्तै अब रोबोटिक्स विकासजीहरूले गरिरहनु भएको छ होइन जस्तै अब यो रोबोटिक्सको लागि पनि अब कुनै एक्सपेन्सिभ किटहरू चाहिने होला त्यसमा अलिकति एफोर्डेबिलिटीको कुराहरू छन् त्यहाँनिर होइन सो आइ एम वर्किङ अन वान न्यू फ्रेमवर्क विच आई नेम्ड ई स्टिम पेडागोजी त्यसमा चाहिँ यो स्टिमको एप्रोचेसलाई ओन्ली थ्रु आइसिटी विदाउट दोज हार्डवेयरहरू पनि कसरी चाहिँ इफ वी हेभ इन्टरनेट कनेक्टिभिटी ओके सो देन हाउ वी क्यान लेभरेज अर इन्ट्रोड्युस दोज स्टिम प्र्याक्टिसेस सो इभन विदाउट स्टिम किट्स अल्सो होइन सो मैले चाहिँ जस्ट आइम मेबी म अवेर नहुन नि सक्छु होइन विकासजीले गरिरहनु भएको होला यसमा पनि जस्तै अब यो रोबोटिक्सकै कन्सेप्टहरू दिनको लागि पनि होइन भर्चुअल रोबोटहरू होला नि त्यहाँनिर होइन सो जसले गर्दा चाहिँ के भन्छ दूर दराजमा पनि हामी पुग्न सक्छौँ यसको कन्सेप्ट चाहिँ दिन सक्ने भयो एउटा चाहिँ सो त्यो सँगसँगै मेरो विचारमा चाहिँ जस्तै अब हाम्रो स्कुलको कुरा गर्नुभयो दिपकजीले सो फर्स्टमा चाहिँ हामी इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्थ्यौँ कि यो आइसिटी इन्टिग्रेसनको कुरा गर्दाखेरि फर्स्ट वी सुड बी डिजिटल लिटरेट अनि बिफोर कोभिड होइन वी युज टु युज दोज टर्म वी सुड बी डिजिटली लिटरेट होइन कोभिडको टाइममा पनि अब हामी मोर देन 10,000 जति एजुकेटरहरूलाई चाहिँ हामीले सपोर्ट गर्न पायौँ अनि त्यस पछाडि आफ्टर कोभिड के भयो त सो द डिजिटल लिट्रेसी इज भेरी कमन होइन एन्ड देन सो वी टक अबाउट इन्फर्मेसन लिट्रेसी है अब इन्फर्मेसन लिट्रेसी पछाडि चाहिँ अब आयो के त भन्दाखेरि एआई लिट्रेसीको कुरा भयो सो अब हामी स्कुलले भनौँ न स्कुल एउटा मेजर स्टेक होल्डर स्कुल लिडरहरूले चाहिँ यो एआई लिट्रेसी चाहिँ इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्नु पऱ्यो फर टिचर्स फर स्टुडेन्ट्स के हो त एकदमै बेसिक बाटो कि है यो एकदम टेक्निकलमा जानु नै पर्दैन अहिले हामी है चाहे आइदर वी आर टिचिङ सोसल स्टडी सब्जेक्ट साइन्स सब्जेक्ट है यो चाहिँ कम्प्युटर साइन्सको एउटा ब्रान्चको रूपमै लिनु भएन कि यो एउटा चाहिँ सोसाइटीको एउटा इन्टिग्रल पार्टको रूपमा आइसकेको छ त यहाँनिर यसो त्यो भइसकेपछि चाहिँ के हुनु पर्यो भन्दाखेरि जुनसुकै शिक्षक शिक्षिका जुनसुकै एज ग्रुपमा पढाउँछ उहाँहरूलाई पनि यो दे सुड बी एआई लिटरेट अबको टाइममा चाहिँ मैले देखेको चाहिँ होइन त्यसको लागि चाहिँ अब होइन विकासजीहरूले चाहिँ एउटा कोर्स हामीले पनि काम गरिरहेको छौँ गर्न चाहिँ एउटा कोर्स हुनसक्ला एकदम सिम्प्लिफाइड फर्ममा चाहिँ होइन अनि इभन फर द स्टुडेन्ट्स अल्सो होइन लाइक जस्तै भनौँ न सेन्सेस र सेन्सरको डिफ्रेन्स के छ त एन्ड सो वी क्यान स्टार्ट फ्रम द्याट अल्सो है सो त्यो भयो अनि त्योदेखि बाहेक अब मैले देखेको चाहिँ केही हाम्रो रोलहरूमा पनि चाहिँ चेन्जेस आउनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ होइन किन भन्दाखेरि अब हामीले थ्योरिटिकली पढ्थ्यौँ कि पर्सनलाइजेसन अथवा पर्सनलाइज लर्निङ भनेर भन्थ्यौँ हामी एड्याप्टिभ लर्निङ भनेर भन्थ्यौँ हामी होइन इन्क्वायरी बेस्ड लर्निङ भनेर भन्थ्यौँ हामी होइन अब त्यो थ्योरिटिकली चाहिँ त्यो पोसिबल थियो अब बिकज अफ दिस जेनेरेटिभ एआई होइन यो पनि पोसिबल हुने भयो क्या अब हामीलाई होइन सो त्यसलाई पनि हामीले चाहिँ इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ सो त्यो हिसाबले चाहिँ हामी एज एन एजुकेटर यो जेनेरेटिभ एआईलाई चाहिँ एउटा टिचिङ असिस्टेन्टको टुलको रूपमा कसरी प्रयोग गर्न सक्छौँ लाइकवाइज फ्रम द स्टुडेन्ट्स साइड उनीहरूले चाहिँ यो एआई टुलहरूलाई चाहिँ एउटा पर्सनल ट्युटरको रूपमा कसरी प्रयोग गर्न सक्छन् होइन त्यसको लागि फेरि मैले चाहिँ भनौँ न हाम्रो एडभोकेसी चाहिँ के हो त भन्दाखेरि सकेसम्म चाहिँ नो कस्ट त्यो त्यतिले भएन भने लो कस्टमा चाहिँ हामी जानुपर्छ भन्ने हिसाबले चाहिँ हामी त्यसरी गइरहेछौँ।
Thank you so much, Sushil sir. Moving forward, I'd like to move to Engineer Sijan Shishaji. Is the senior machine learning engineer at Fuse Machines, and Fuse Machine itself is contributing a lot in the development of AI. So, what kind of products has Fuse Machine been working on to make AI-based education accessible to all in the context of Nepal? Can you briefly go through that?
So, first of all, I would like to repeat the mission of Fuse Machines that we have in Fuse Machines is to democratize AI, to provide AI education and solution to general public. And not sure about if I can talk about all the products that we have been working on due to confidentiality. So in past, we have been working on the AI education through AI fellowship, and we are currently working on that right now. Apart from that, we have a product called Fuse Classroom, which provides AI-powered education system to different schools and colleges in Nepal. And yeah, so the main thing to repeat is, I think, to provide AI education to general public who cannot afford that. Like Sushil sir said, if not no cost, at low cost. So we are providing AI fellowship at no cost. So that's our mission.
Thank you so much. I'd like to move to Sandeep sir. The AI-based companies in Nepal and all over the world are working on different AI products that can help this teaching and learning process easier and accessible to all. And as our presenter displayed a lot of AI tools to us, so can you tell this crowd, the group of leaders today, that how can AI help students and bridge this educational disparities?
Thank you for the question. I was really impressed by a lot of speakers today because they covered a lot of grounds that I was planning to share. To be very honest, like Sushil sir mentioned, we tend to speak and bring up a lot of trendy words, right, in these type of conversation. But going back to the classroom, the major disparity that we've been seeing over the past century and currently intact in our modern day schools is personalized learning, right? So 1:1 tailored personalized learning is still not accessible, even in the best of the private schools. Let's forget the government schools. Best of the private schools also cannot afford to give 1:1 personal tutor or personal learning because of the cost and the time. So this generative AI and the future, we don't know, should be tailored towards the AI-powered personalized tutor. And one of the examples that we previously saw was Khan Academy moving into Khan Amigo. I was impressed by one of the speakers presenting his product, Programmies. It's something similar to Khan Amigo that he's doing. If we can crack that, right, the 1:1 tutoring to be making it accessible to all the students across the world inside the classroom, then I think the digital transformation there's a huge transformation coming in the education space. But it's not easy. It's very expensive to be able to access those technology, especially as we speak, we're in a country like Nepal where a lot of technological advancement is very backward, especially in the rural areas. But being very positive, the disparity, I think a lot of us here are progressive mindset educators, and we know that every students learn at their own pace. Every students learn at the different ways. Some learn in visual ways, some learn in listening way, and I think AI is the next wave or the transformation that will make all those disparities go away and make students equally able to learn at their own pace. So let's forget about all the products all the other products. I think the main focus should be towards AI being used to bridge this disparity within the classroom and, if possible, across the globe and in the rural areas as well.
Thank you so much, Sandeep sir. I think Titish Rimal sir previously showed implementation of AI-based education system in Khan's Academy. I have been looking up to that as well. So their personalized and amazing strategy to implement AI to provide their phase-based learning system and where they learn according to their pace. That is really amazing. Moving forward, I'd like to move to Nastaran Jade. You have been doing really amazing work in Philippines promoting mechatronics and robotics in education for the upcoming generation of engineers. So can you share some lights on what exactly have you been doing in Philippines and how you have been integrating AI to optimize the education in Philippines?
Very well. So I think, as mentioned already by some of the panels and previous speakers, it can be used to personalize curriculum. It can be used as an assessment tool for teachers, faculties to come up with the grading, to come up with the analytic system to check a student's progress and so on. But what I want to emphasize here, and especially program that we are trying to do here in the Philippines as well, is train the trainer program. Because before we're talking about implementing it at the schools and have students access to AI, I think there is one step also ahead of that, which is a train the trainer and provide professional development program, first of all for teachers, educators, and faculties of universities and K-12 schools as well. So part of our activities in MRSB is also to provide train the trainers for teachers. So first they will learn how to leverage those tools within their classroom, and then that would be their job to go to their classes and just have it implemented within their classroom setup. Another activity that we can have with the advancements of AI and implementing AI in the classroom would be achieving quality education or sustainable development goal number 4. So AI with these tools that have been also discussed by some of the speakers as well, they will give a facility to have a virtual classroom. We experienced that already during the pandemic where we were not able to conduct classes. So those tools came to our aid to have a virtual classroom, and more importantly, to have a virtual laboratory to let the students access the facilities that they might not have at the moment because they're in a remote area or not accessing to the laboratory facilities. So they will be able to use simulation and interact with different equipments through AI-powered systems. So these are some of the activities that we are also doing. We are also collaborating with government agencies, and in the Philippines, government has also a very great support for training the trainers. And one of the programs is a Bolic Scientist, where they invite scientists all around the world. A school can just invite a scientist for their school for a month or 2 or 6, depend on their nature of collaboration. And by that, we can just learn how the AI is practiced in other countries, how it is implemented, and then adapt it to the systems of the Philippines. So these are some of our activities that we are doing in MRSC.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nastaran Nazar. And moving towards the panel discussion again, I'll like to come to Alok sir. Alok Khatri, you have been working with King's College closely and being from a data science background and artificial intelligence background. How do you think your input in input of AI in the business school is panning out in the current scenario?
Okay, I think first of all, I think it's a pretty evident fact that the education landscape globally is changing. If you look at even India, India is pretty known for its management education, lovely IIMs, top business schools, but a college called Masters Union takes away all the limelight in the recent times just because they fused management education with tech. King's College has been an organization that's focused incredibly high on value creation and entrepreneurship. And right now, the work that we are doing is to make sure that that happens with business graduates be equipped with tech prowess. What that means is that we don't need everyone to be a coder, but then we need everyone to understand tech. And that is very, very important. And we also need to really see and understand the idea of what decentralization can do to us. Right now, technology is very, very accessible. Content is very, very accessible. Everything is pretty much in our fingertips. So I think our model of operation as a business school at this point of time changes completely because, as they used to say, the fastest way to learn is teaching. I think that's shifting. Probably the fastest way to learn is selling. So you learn something, you create value, and then you sell in the market. And especially with AI, that is very, very possible. I recently came out from teaching my MBA students a class on artificial intelligence, and I was talking to some delegates over here that they built a bot that could do recruitments for an agency. So that pretty much takes away the base level work, as Punita was also mentioning. Some level of work will go away. But the most critical part for us over here is that, and relating back to Alexandra's story, Alexandra lost her job, but then gained back after 2 years. I think decision making is going to be very, very critical. And just like how doctors have a second opinion clinical decision support system, people in organizations, HR, information people, finance people are going to have decision support systems that is based on AI that is going to be a second opinion. So for that, our business graduates need to be able to understand tech first and see AI as a second opinion process rather than a competition in itself, right? But then they also need to be very careful of the point that if they do not have decision making in their current job, that job is going to go away. So that's been our broader focus, and that's why we have built this program called AI for Growth, and then we are building that ecosystem of AI in King's College for our business grads.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alok sir. I'd like to move to Sandeep sir for another question. So we have been lately introduced to the concept of different applications of artificial intelligence like generative AI, grading AI, and AI for administrative use. So how are all these different kinds of artificial intelligence have been being helpful in school education system for learning and educational purposes? And how do you think other institution beyond like Adyan schools, because Adyan school has doing really great, and I really like the theme where we learn to innovate. So how do you think the other educational institutes should adapt all these new AI models?
Thank you. Thank you again for the question. So I think we all know that the AI or generative AI and all the other technological tools that will come in the future, I think they'll all end up becoming in the education space as a productivity tool. So for the teachers at Adyan and other institutions, I'm sure they're also adapting. They're taking small steps toward making ChatGPT or something else a productivity tool so that they can focus on the most important thing, at least in K-12, right? So until K-12, the most important thing that teachers can do is give the engagement part inside the classroom to the students. So they're not the teachers anymore, they're co-learners, they're facilitators. So if the generative AI or any other productivity tool takes the portion of the portion that takes most of the time that they spend on, like lesson planning, grading, progress reports, etc., then they can focus on the small little challenges that the students are actually facing on a day-to-day basis. And we can actually take a leap towards the future of learning, that is blended learning, flipped classroom model. I think that's where we are headed. And generative AI and AI-powered tools are making it happen in a lot more faster pace that we could ever imagine. At Adyan, what we also try to do is we try to focus heavily on programming. We don't only encourage and empower our students to learn coding, but we encourage our teachers to learn coding as well. Because in the future, I truly believe, and I think a lot of us here also believe, that the new language, the global language, will be coding, will be programming. Right now, we're learning how to speak in English. Maybe some other language will be dominant in the future. But I think where the world is moving towards, I think coding is a language that all the workforce, all the humans should learn in the future. Because of AI, I think the way we code might change in the future, but we need to know the back end of how these machines or how these things work. So in education as well, it's not only students, I think teachers and educators should also be aware of how these LLMs work and how these technology behind the scene work, so that they can make it easier for the students to grab and understand as well. Because it's not easy, right? We're talking about, if we talk about higher education, it might be a little easy, but if we talk about grade 1, 2, 3, 4 students, it's not easy to convey the message that, hey, this is a programming, you have to code. Yeah, but teachers at that level also need to be aware of how to facilitate them and how to use all these productivity tools in day-to-day learning and teaching. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandeep sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful insights on how the different AI models should be used in our education system. And I'd like to move over to Sushil sir. Can you briefly tell us the practices and the assessment process? Do you expect as the result of AI in the context of Nepal, and why? And please make it short, sir, as we are a bit short on time today.
Thank you, Deepak ji. Again, just यो मैले चाहिँ यो अलिकति यो ग्राउन्डमै अलिक लार्जर कम्युनिटीको कुरा गर्दा नि हामीले एडटेक इन्टिग्रेसनको काम गर्दाखेरि देयर आर 4 स्टेजेस भन्छौँ हामी खासमा चाहिँ यो जतिखेर चाहिँ हामीले यो एजुकेसनल टेक्नोलोजीको इन्टिग्रेसन गर्छौँ पेडागोजीमा सुरुमा चाहिँ हामी अवेरनेस स्टेज भन्छौँ हामी त्यस पछाडि हामी एप्लिकेसन भन्छौँ त्यस पछाडि इन्फ्युजन भन्छौँ अनि देन वी टक अबाउट ट्रान्सफर्मेसन इन द सेम वे अहिले हामी यो जेनरेटिभ एआई अथवा एआई इन एजुकेसन भन्दा नि यो अहिले हाम्रो कन्टेक्स्टमा चाहिँ अवेरनेसकै स्टेजमा छौँ हामी इभन हामी अप्लाई गर्न सक्ने अवस्थामा पनि भइसकेको छैनौँ इफ वी रियली वान्ट टु अप्लाई त्यो अप्लाई गर्ने हुने त हाम्रो यो करिकुलमदेखि लिएर हाम्रो पेडागोजिकल प्र्याक्टिसेसदेखि लिएर सबै कुराहरू चाहिँ चेन्ज नै हुनुपर्छ त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ होइन हाम्रो रोल नै चेन्ज हुनुपर्छ किन त हामी वेयर एचिभिङ पर्सनलाइजेसन त्यो हो भने टिचर त कोचमा जानु पऱ्यो उसको रोल चाहिँ के भन्नु पर्यो त कोचिङमा 1-to-1 कोचिङमा जानु पऱ्यो त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ होइन अघि हाम्रो पहिलाको प्रेजेन्टरले देखाउनु भयो स्लाइड इज जस्ट जेनेरेटेड फ्रम एआई भने अब त्यही स्लाइड चाहिँ स्टुडेन्टले लिएर आइदिएर क्लासमा लिएर आइदियो भने के गर्ने त होइन हामी एसे लेख भनेर भन्छौँ त्यो एसे उनीहरूले चाहिँ गुगल बार्डलाई दिएर च्याट जिपिटीलाई दिएर लिएर आयो भने के गर्ने त हाम्रो रेस्पोन्स चाहिँ के हो त आर वी रेडी वी एजुकेटर्स हामी त्यसको लागि रेडी छ कि छैनौँ त त्यो खालको चाहिँ भनौँ न असाइनमेन्ट चाहिँ हामीले पायौँ भने चाहिँ होइन सो त्यो हिसाबले चाहिँ हामीले पनि चेन्ज गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ सुरुमा हामी चाहिँ भनौँ न देयर वाज अ टाइम जतिखेर म स्कुल पढेँ त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ हामी कन्ज्युमरको रूपमा थियौँ कुनै पनि इन्फर्मेसनको कन्ज्युमरको रूपमा थियौँ अब यो हामी आइसिटी इन्टिग्रेसनको केसमा चाहिँ हामी चाहिँ अलिकति यो पेडागोजिकल सिफ्टमा चाहिँ हामीले एसेसमेन्टमा चाहिँ के भन्थ्यौँ त भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ स्टुडेन्टहरूले चाहिँ दे हेभ टु क्रिएट भनेर भन्थ्यौँ होइन दे हेभ टु जेनेरेट भनेर भन्थ्यौँ अब एआईको टाइममा त त्यो जेनेरेट त सबै त्यसले गरिदिइहाल्यो होइन अब चाहिँ उनीहरूको रोल चाहिँ के हुनु पर्यो इभ्यालुएटर हुनु पऱ्यो होइन दे हेभ टु इभ्यालुएट होइन सो इन द्याट वे वी हेभ टु डिजाइन आवर एसेसमेन्ट अल्सो होइन तर एसेसमेन्टमा मात्रै भएर भएन है हाम्रो पेडागोजीमा पनि होइन जस्तै अब अहिलेको हाम्रो करिकुलम भनेको चाहिँ कस्तो छ त भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ जस्ट इन केस भनेर भन्छौँ क्या हामी जस्ट इन केस भनेको चाहिँ कुनै बेलामा काम लाग्ला अहिले चाहिँ पढिराखौँ होइन कुनै बेलामा चाहिँ काम लाग्छ भविष्यमा होइन अब जस्तै हामी टिचरलाई सोध्यो भने नि अलि चुप लागेको पछि काम लाग्छ भनेर भन्छौँ होइन। तर अहिलेको बच्चाहरूलाई कस्तो चाहिएको थियो, जस्ट इन टाइम चाहिएको छ क्या, अहिले नै चाहियो उनीहरूलाई। जस्तै हामी केही कुरा आएन भने युट्युबमा गएर खोज्छौँ नि, पढाइ त्यस्तै हुनुपर्ने छ त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ होइन। सो वी हेभ टु डु लट अफ वर्क्स है, इफ वी रियली वान्ट टु अप्लाई है। अब यसको इन्फ्युजनमा ट्रान्सफर्मेसनमा जानु त टाइम नै छ कि, हामी पहिला त हामी अवेर नै हौँ, त्यसबाट त्यो खुड्किलाबाट चाहिँ हामी अगाडि बढौँ भन्न चाहन्छु मैले।
Thank you so much, Sushil sir. So, in the current stage, the teachers, the students, and every general public is using generative AI at most. So, I was using ChatGPT like a few days back. I had a list of numbers to be added, and I got lazy and I put every number on the ChatGPT and asked it to add all and give me the answer. And it gave me a number, but I was not sure it was correct. So I asked the ChatGPT again to give what is the correct answer of this. So it gave me another number. Then I got confused. Yeah. So I want to move to Nastaran for the next question. So the use of generative AI is increasing day by day, but there's a biasness or error in the results, because it is not just true or practiced algorithms or practiced articles or data it has been taking. So how could we use AI tools, and where do you think is the line to stop using it to stop the biasness and errors of the AI?
Very well, thank you for the question. It's very important when we are adopting AI, when we are using it, especially in the educational context, to be aware of the AI bias. We need to understand what's the AI bias, when will this happen, and what's the limit line to use some generative AI tools, and what's the limit to not actually use them. The biases, there are different type of biases that can happen within an AI system. And the most important one is the historical data. Because this generative AI will be trained based on all the information that are available on the internet. And some of them might not be valid information and written by humans, so there might be some biases as well. Or if we are training a model, training a network, we can feed some data that are just not general and not from the whole population. Or we might feed a lot of data to our system to have it overtrained in machine learning systems. So that's a time that the bias will happen and the result that we are getting from the AI is not accurate. So it's a time for human to step in, always check the AI generated reports or results for some study. And there are also some area that we need to have the AI off limit to go through them. In the context of educational system, when we are doing research, it's very important, actually, it's very useful to use it as getting research idea, coming up with a methodology and everything. But when it comes to have a valid references, AI cannot be trusted. As we already checked with our academy, we try to ask for some references and some data to put our study based on that. And the data and references that we got, as we checked, they were really a bias and they were not valid references and valid data given to us by AI. So when we are encouraging students to use these AI tools, it's also very important to give them this awareness that AI cannot be fully trusted in all sectors and all systems. For example, for the justice system, we still cannot let AI to decide. We need the human knowledge. And for research itself, at some level we can use it, but furthermore, we still need to go through the valid references and validate the data that we are getting from the AI. So it's very important to remind the students, educators, teachers, faculties as well to be aware of that and use the AI tools with caution. Another point that I want to mention is AI and robotics, both AI and robotics, are here to augment human capabilities. They're not there to replace fully human interaction within the educational system or any other sector. So that's another important point that we need to keep in mind while we are using AI tools.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nasturan. Moving forward, we're a little bit short of time, so I want to wrap this up quickly. I want to move over to Season Shresthaji. Fuse Machine being the largest and topmost AI-based company in Nepal, where do Fuse Machine stand in empowering AI-based education system, and what kind of initiative have Fuse Machine taken, and what kind of AI-based system have already been on the market from the side of Fuse Machines?
So, talking about Fuse Machines, I will again repeat about the AI fellowship that we are providing to the students who are in need. So, what we do is whoever wants to work as a machine learning engineer like myself, I will give my example because I am also a product of AI fellowship. I was a student at 2018. So what we did was we just tried to provide AI education to all the students, and what we felt was there was a gap in our school curriculum and college curriculum. So के भयो भन्देखि हामीलाई एआईमा काम गर्नलाई जुन कन्सेप्ट्सहरु रिक्वायर्ड हुन्छ, म्याथमेटिक कन्सेप्ट्स एन्ड प्रोग्रामिङ नलेज अभियसली. सो त्यसमा चाहिँ अलिकति हाम्रो कलेजबाट निस्किसकेको स्टुडेन्टहरुमा अलिकति ग्याप देखियो, जुन ममा पनि थियो कुन टाइममा. सो त्यो ग्याप फिलफिल गर्नको लागि चाहिँ फेरि हामीले फाउन्डेसन्स अफ एआई भनेर जुन म्याथमेटिकल कन्सेप्ट्स र प्रोग्रामिङ नलेज चाहिन्छ त्यो फाउन्डेसन नलेज चाहिँ हामीले कलेज स्टुडेन्टलाई एज अ अप्सनल कोर्स चाहिँ प्रोभाइड गऱ्यौँ इन डिफ्रेन्ट कलेजेस. सो यही कुरामा वाट आई वान्ट टु इम्फेसाइज इज द्याट यो कन्फिडेन्स जुन भइरहेको छ, जुन वी वान्ट टु अपडेट स्कुल करिकुलम so that to prepare our students to work in AI. So I think that needs to be done. So for just giving the example, अघि सुशील सरले भन्नुभयो जस्तै जस्ट इन केस भनेर पढाइन्छ भन्नुभयो, जुन एआईमा एकदमै चाहिने लिनियर अल्जेब्रा. सो वी टिच स्टुडेन्ट अहिले पनि वी टिच स्टुडेन्ट टु सल्भ लिनियर अल्जेब्रा, लिनियर इक्वेसन to find values of x and y. तर त्यो values of x and y किन चाहियो त्यो स्टुडेन्टलाई त्यो थाहै छैन. सो मोटिभेसन should not be to get good grades in examination. एक्जाम पास गर्नको लागि यो x र y को भ्यालु त फाइन्ड गर्नै पर्छ भनेर गर्नु भन्दा यो x र y or certain set of parameters or variables भयो भने हामीले कतिको स्ट्रङ प्रिडिक्टिभ मोडल जेनेरेट गर्न सक्छौँ जुनले चाहिँ विच क्यान गिभ अस प्रिडिक्सन्स द्याट इज गिभन बाई एआई. त्यो एप्लिकेसन बेस्डमा करिकुलम बनायो भने चाहिँ विल गेट मोर ट्यालेन्टेड इन्जिनियर्स आई थिङ्क. सो द्याट्स वाट वी आर ट्राइङ टु डु इन फ्युज मेसिन्स, ट्राइङ टु न्यारो द ग्याप बिट्विन द ट्यालेन्ट वी हेभ एन्ड द नलेज.
Thank you so much, Engineer Susan Shresthaji. I think we're around the end of this session. So, lastly, I'd like to ask Alok Khatri sir for his insights on the digital impact of all these information that I've been sharing, the positive information, the negative information, and how the digital community is building the AI-based learning and teaching system.
Okay, I think like we humans, we live in community, and especially with the advent of online technology, we can see people on Reddit, subreddits, millions of people talking about the same thing. There is a subreddit on depression, which has more than 1 million people. So people have found a way to organize themselves on a digital realm. And if I'm a big Balaji Srinivasan fan, and a big believer that we can do something powerful digitally first and then physically last. So in that sense, the power of bringing people together on a digital realm is very, very powerful. So we started the AI for Growth program roughly 4 months ago. We host Discord servers, we host WhatsApp groups, we host our community on a platform called NAS.io, which is built by this famous YouTuber called Nas Daily. We have more than 750 members on our Discord channel in less than 4 months. So which technically shows that it is very, very easy to gather people online who believe in a similar cause. Now, what happens after that is that the dynamic of online engagement is very, very different. There is problems with anonymity, there is problems with identity, there is problems with people writing whatever they want. So there's a very, very different kind of culture. And if you go to Silicon Valley, Bay Area, we will really find community managers on a digital realm becoming one of the biggest high-paying jobs over there. So our effort with AI for Growth is that we are building this digital community. We want to have 5,000 AI engineers. And a recent example of that is that we have a company called Sarang who hosted a challenge to build an AI system just to the community. Like, there was no requirement on who can build, who cannot build. 2 hours we sat and listened to the solution, completely blown away with the amount of, with the kind of solutions learners were bringing. And the company literally took what they built and are integrating into the system. So digital communities are very, very powerful. And if you if you are familiar to the blockchain community, blockchain technology, we see this on a lot more powerful space. But then, especially in education, bringing people together on digital channels, that will bring a completely different dynamic. This last example, IIT Madras recently opened a Bachelor of Science in Data Science concentration. I might be wrong on the number, but pretty sure there are more than 5,000 people that enroll on that program. That beats any university on that scale very, very easily. And then the power of digital community comes in, because how do you host 5,000 people who are going through the same experience on a digital community, engage them and add value? People cannot go in silos, but they can get connected in digital realm. So big opportunity. And then I think in Nepal, I think we are really spearheading that process with the AI for Growth.
Thank you so much, Alok sir, for the insights on how the digital commitment has been affecting the AI models and our way of learning and teaching as well. I think we are at the end of this session. I'd like to open the floor for Q&As. If there are any Q&As, you can please ask our distinguished panelists over here. Is there any questions from the audience?
First of all, thank you very much for this wonderful program, and I'm thinking a lot. Looks like that I have to retire pretty soon. Listening to you all, it looks like there's a alien language going on, and yes, I'm an educator. I'm very excited to listen to you all with wonderful ideas on how AI is going to help in education, to do the things that we always dream to do with our kids. However, at the same time, as an educator and as a parent, I'm shaken from within, you know, what AI can do to our children in future. So my question to the panelists, or anyone can, or anybody in this room can answer me. Please make me feel secure. How can I feel secure as a mom, as an educator? How is AI going to help our children to be more human, to feel, to be ability to feel, to ability to, have the kindness, empathy, sympathy, gratefulness? How we are going to help, how is this AI going to help in our education, in our home, to help our children to be more human? These are the characters makes us uniquely human on this earth. So it looks like that we're spending more time in how, what we are going to learn, how fast we're going to run, and who is going to reach get the goal first. But I think we are losing a lot of human character here. I'm sure you all have your family WhatsApp group. I do have. We talk more in WhatsApp group than in person. So I'm really, really, shaken and scared as an educator and a mom. So you are the experts here. Tell me, how is AI, taking this as a policy and taking this sector seriously to help our children to be more human? Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful question. We are supposed to take this ethics in AI term today, but we are lack of time, so we couldn't complete that part. And thank you so much for raising that question. I want to, please, Alok, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for the question. And it just brings me back to a dinner table conversation I was having with my mom and dad. And I was literally telling them that you can get a call where I'm shouting and then people are asking for money. That can happen. Those kind of defect technologies can really happen. I think so that level of awareness and that kind of conversation needs to happen. I think when we look at this, as they say, what you resist persists, I think the good is going to come with the evil as well. So things are going to percolate. We are going to have problems. I think at this moment, what takes me back to the PhD experience that I'm having right now. It's the PhD experience in transformative business leadership, and it's been 4 months I'm doing that program. For 4 months, we are being taught compassion, how to breathe, how to understand your body, how to understand the other, how to build powerful teams, how to be more empathetic. So I think what we teach needs to completely change. Let's say when we talk about emotional intelligence, a session on emotional intelligence once in a month probably won't work, because to embody that kind of skill takes a lot of time. So I think the kind of conversations that we need to have, the kind of things that we need to practice on a daily basis needs to shift fundamentally, because as you said, the fear is real that we might reach a time where we probably will not be equipped to really do what to do with this kind of technology, right? So I think the curriculum needs to shift, more focus on understanding yourself needs to come in curriculum probably on a daily basis, right? So I think being in Nepal, that is probably our competitive edge as well, because with the resources that we have around us, that is probably more doable for us than probably it is for a school in Silicon Valley. So I think that's where we can probably take the leap as well.
Thank you so much, Alok, sir. And I think Suresh sir is here with another question, and I think this will be the last question for today.
Thank you. It was really insightful listening to you all, and to have this very broad set of panel from industry, academia, from school, service provider again, and the engineering as well. So one of my question is what Kshitij explained before. The AI is not fully capable of doing many things. It's still developing. And when we are discussing about AI in education or AI EdTech with AI, are we really ready with the baseline data that where we really want to implement? Because we have a school founder who has an engineering and tech background. We have education background. And mostly I heard that this discussion is going in the higher end. We are not thinking about, or we haven't thought about it, are we really discussing about the students who are from the ECD to the university? Or we are talking about the students who can actually grasp the concept of computer science and these things? Because recently there was 2 papers that I came across. One paper explained that, the comprehension, when we study something. So I checked with BART and this ChatGPT. I found before, when I checked, I found ChatGPT is more powerful than BART. I don't know with the Gemini now. And then I found that they are also bluffing. Bluffing in a sense like they got maybe hallucinations, what Chidi said before. And I was not really, convinced with what they provided, the data we received. And what data shows that there were two incidents. One says that it was a metadata analysis for the education, for the reading, digital reading habits, like leisure habit, that the digital reading is not giving a real impact. It actually has a negative value among lower, school, mid-school or primary schools. It has good impact for high school and university, but it has negative impact to primary and lower secondary schools, right? And again, it says that it is by the University of Valencia in Spain. It says that it doesn't contribute too much to the comprehension of the context. So what we are missing, Season just said that from Fuse Machine, that we need to have people who actually can portray their feelings or their imagination in the piece of paper or in some form of canvas, right? And for that, I think the students, who whatever age they are, or stage of education they are, they need to comprehend what they are studying and the process and send. I think AI, what it is doing today is all about training, because we need to give, we had language issues, right? So because we have not trained those AIs with our system. So if we train them, they will try to, it's kind of trainer, technicians. Technicians भन्दा माथि एआईले क्रिएटिभली काम गर्न त्यति धेरै एक्सटेन्सिभली गर्न सक्छ जस्तो लाग्दैन, तर जुन कुरा ह्युमनलाई चाहिँ घन्टौँ लाएर सिकाएर वर्षौँ लाएर ट्रेन गर्न सकिन्छ, which is a form of education, can be done with AI. So we have to have this change, the shift in our education system, that our education system need to shift towards creating a creative workforce rather than working force, which already कम्प्युटरले त गर्न सकिहाल्छ. अर्को एउटा भिडियोको केस थियो, यो लामो भयो भने सरी, एउटा स्टार्टेकको 10 मिनट्सको भिडियो दियो, एउटा म्याथमेटिक्सको प्रब्लम दियो. म्याथमेटिक्सको प्रब्लम हेर्न दिएपछि त्यो सेम पर्सनलाई दिँदाखेरि एकदमै छटपटाउने, यता फर्किने उता फर्किने गरेर चाहिँ स्टार्टेकमा खासै छैन. सो दोज काइन्ड अफ त्यो इन्गेज हुँदाखेरिको उहाँहरूको त्यो ब्रेन एक्टिभनेस हुन्छ नि, लाइक हामीले कम्प्युटरलाई चाहिँ लोड दियो भने पनि उसको सिपियुमा त लोड बढ्छ, सिपियु युजेस होइन, त्यो खालको हामीले कुन एज ग्रुपलाई गरिरहेको हुन्छ. आइएम अ बिट कन्फ्युज बिकज आई अल्सो वर्क इन एजुकेसन फिल्ड, especially with astronomy and space science, and we are actually hosting an international office called Office of Astronomy for Education, which has a global market, global mandate, and which works primarily in SARC up to K-12. Our main agenda is to train teachers, because teachers should be able to communicate with students and understand, it should be response, the two-way system. And the second is we want to have this in-person gatherings, because we had a lot of online gatherings, and which is good at first to gather the people, to have this collective mass of the like-minded people, but to have an action on field, we need to get them out of that digital age. Otherwise, it is not able to realize what we are expecting from our experience. Maybe it is different by others. And to create those resources which is compatible and accessible from our reason. That means we can talk about Elon Musk, his rockets, but is that really accessible for our kids? What is accessible for our kids to inspire, for next generations of students, next generations of creators? I think we need to have that compatible sets of, the educational practices. That is what we are working, and with that, we got approval to run that international office. We had 3 years review. We are going into the next phase. So there are many things going on. So we strongly believe that human interaction is very, very important. But how we are going to address like this EdTech with AI, to the kids that I said, like those people watching StarTech, not getting focused, but with mathematics problem, very disturbed, and with the results from the University of Valencia that students are not getting very good into the comprehensiveness, especially for primary and middle school. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this, Suresh sir, for the input. I'd like to conclude this today's panel discussion session on Mini-Edtech conference. So I'd like to thank the audience for sitting there amazingly, listening to all the discussions that we've been talking, from emotional intelligence to the potential of AI in teaching and learning, from digital platform and platforms' impact on AI and all. And I'd also like to thank our distinguished panelists, Dr. Nastaran Nazarzadeh, Mr. Sandeep Sharma, Mr. Susil Upreti sir, Mr. Alok Khatri sir, and Mr. Sijan Shrestha sir, for being present in this amazing panel discussion session. And I'm sure this panel discussion session shed a light on what the Ministry of Education should be working on while drafting the policies based on students and teachers' perspective about AI. I'd also like to thank MOEST on taking this initiation on drafting AI policy in Nepal, and Premier International IB School for this collaboration, hosting this Mini-Edtech event is the pre-event of AI conference of AI for Prosperous Nepal. And thank you so much. And myself, Deepak, is signing off. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak sir, and the esteemed panels. While the people are trying to move the banner on stage, I'd like to thank everybody for being so patient, and it was a power-packed panel discussion. I think for me, the culminating point was the emotional intelligence versus artificial intelligence. That's something that came across new in the discussion. Now, NAST is the apex body of science, technology, and innovation in Nepal, and we're really privileged to have the secretary, Dr. Rabindra Prasad Dhakal, here with us today. I would like to invite Dr. Dhakal on stage, but before I do so, I'd like to give you a little bit of his background. Dr. Dhakal holds 20+ years of research experience in biopolymers, functionalization, and characterization of materials, 7+ years in science and tech management and administration, 2+ years in ICT education and its management. He has worked in 4 different universities of Japan: Tokyo Institute of Technology, Tokyo University, Saga University, and Miyazaki University. 3 different campuses in Nepal: Tribhuvan, PN Campus, ASCOL, and Central Department, Central Campus. He has received 3 esteemed fellowships: UNESCO Fellowship for Postgraduate Diploma, JSPS Postdoctoral, and JSPS Bridge, and the TWAS Award. Currently, he's serving the nation as the Secretary of Nepal Academy of Science and Technology. Let's put our hands together for his short remarks. We are a little bit stretched on time, so kindly take that in mind. Welcome, sir.
धन्यवाद एउटा इन्ट्रोडक्सनको लागि। म धेरै समय लिन्न। आज बिहानदेखि म अलिकति कनेक्सन गर्न चाहेँ। बिहान आज हाम्रो एउटा कार्यक्रम थियो, हाम्रो वैदिक साइन्सलाई एआईमा कसरी जोड्ने भन्ने एउटा कार्यक्रममा पुगेर आउँदै गर्दा र अहिले यो फर्मेटमा आइपुग्दै गर्दा आजको एउटा ओभरअल सोसिएटल एउटा स्पेक्ट्रममा कुरा गर्ने मौका मिले जस्तो अनुभूति भइरहेको छ। बिहान रुद्राक्षको माला लगाएर हामीले के कुरा गर्यौँ भने हामी मण्डलाबाट मण्डप हुँदै यो सोसिएटल डोमेनमा एउटा म्याट्रिक्समा लिएर आएर कसरी एआईले बेस्ट सर्भिसमा कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्न सक्छ भन्ने विषयमा अलि बढी छलफल भएको थियो, त्यो पनि वाल्मीकि विद्यापीठमा। र आज हामी प्रिमियर इन्टरनेसनल स्कुलमा आएर कुराकानी गर्दैछौँ, हाउ द इन्टरनेसनल एआई नलेज कुड बी ब्रिङ टु सर्भ द कम्युनिटी एन्ड द नेसन्स भन्ने हिसाबमा र एजुकेसनमा विशेष गरेर कसरी जोड्ने भन्ने अहिले प्याटर्नमा जसरी छलफल गरिएको छ प्यानलको रूपमा र अरू प्रेजेन्टेसनमा धेरै सुन्न सकिनँ, त्यसको लागि आइ एम सो सरी द्याट आई एम भेरी मच बिजी अन दिस administrative task in the office as well. So I'm sorry for that. What have been delivered in these presentations and other theme should be the very applicable for this country. That's I believe that the MOEST will take up to draft the policy in future. अब यही कन्टेक्स्टमा अब अलिकति मलाई पनि लागेको मेरो आफ्ना पनि पर्सनल कुराहरू छन्। हामीले देखिराखेको हामीले डिजिटल ग्यापलाई फुलफिल गर्नुपर्ने छ र आईसीटीमा लिटरेसी बढाउनु पर्ने आवश्यकता छ र त्यो सँगसँगै अहिले एकैचोटि हामीलाई एआई को प्रेसरले बढी गाँजिराखेको भन्ने देखिराखेका छौँ र एआई आउने सँगसँगै एउटा क्राउडको इन्फर्मेसन चाहिँ कति अथेन्टिक हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हामी अलिकति बढी सचेत वर्गले नै काम गरेनौँ भने द्याट कुड ड्राइभ आवर सोसाइटी इन द अनदर रुट। त्यसलाई जोगाउनको लागि म्याडमले राम्रो कन्सर्न राखिराख्नु भएको थियो कि हाम्रा बच्चाहरूलाई कसरी जोगाउने। तर अहिले बच्चाहरू सँगसँगै धेरै मोबाइल खेलेको भन्ने जुन अबगाल प्यारेन्ट्सबाट आइराखेको छ त्यो नछोडिदिने हो भने त्यही बच्चा चाहिँ मोबाइल चलाउन नजानेको नाममा भोलिको उसको कम्पिटिटिभ संसारमा हि मे काइन्ड अफ प्रब्लममा फस। त्यसैले हामी सोसिएटल सेटअप कसरी बनाउँदैछौँ भन्ने कुरा सँगसँगै हामीले वाच चाहिँ गर्नै पर्ने हुन्छ। हामी भित्रै पनि एक खालको इन्टेलिजेन्ट पावर चाहिँ डेभलप गर्दै जानुपर्ने हुन्छ र त्यसको लागि चाहिँ वन्डरफुल टुल्स चाहिँ मलाई के लाग्छ भने हाम्रा इन्स्ट्रक्टरहरूलाई राइट ट्र्याकमा हिँडाउनु नै आजको आवश्यकता हो र त्यसको लागि साइन्स टिचरकै लागि हामीले ट्रेनिङको प्याकेज बनाउन थालियो भने बल्ल मलाई लाग्छ हामीले सोचेको बाटोमा हाम्रा विद्यार्थीहरूलाई हिँडाउन सकिन्छ। र त्यसै कन्टेक्स्टमा हामीले केही वर्ष अगाडिदेखि नै भन्दा पनि मलाई लाग्छ साइन्स टिचरलाई ट्रेनिङ दिने काम चाहिँ हामीले स्थापना कालदेखि नै सुरु गरेका थियौँ। आजसम्म हामी 70वटा जिल्लामा गएर 30 जना शिक्षकहरूलाई हामीले आफ्नै हातले उपकरण बनाउने खालका ट्रेनिङ त दिइराखेका थियौँ र विगत 4-5 वर्ष अगाडिदेखि चाहिँ आईसीटी टुल्स पनि एउटा प्याकेजको रूपमा विकास गर्दै हामीले इन्फर्मेसन एक्सेस सेन्टर जुन नास्टमा स्थापना गरेका छौँ र त्यो इन्फर्मेसन एक्सेस सेन्टर मोबाइल भर्सनको छ र हामी ठाउँ ठाउँमा पुग्न सकेकै कारणले गर्दा कोरियन सरकारको एनआईए भन्ने एउटा संस्थाले बेस्ट सेन्टर इन द वर्ल्ड भनेर हामीले लास्ट इयर मात्रै अवार्ड गरेको छ। हामी अहिले 10,000 मान्छे भाटामा पुगेर गएर केही ओरिएन्टेसन दिने तलतल जगाउने कामसम्म गरिराखेका छौँ। बट वी आर नट टिचिङ गिभिङ देम फुल इन्स्ट्रक्सन्स हाउ टु ग्रास्प द आइटी थिङ्स अर अदर थिङ्स र त्यस कारणले गर्दा मलाई लाग्छ हाम्रो साइन्स टिचिङको प्याकेजलाई आइटी मार्फत र एआई मार्फत वन्डरफुल्ली हाम्रा स्टुडेन्टहरूलाई ग्रुम गर्ने हो भने र कम्पिटिटिभ संसारसँग एउटा नेसनल कम्पिटिसन एउटा पाटो छ भने ग्लोबल कम्पिटिटिभनेस बनाउनु पर्ने आवश्यकता छ। किनभने हामीले देखेका छौँ हाम्रा विद्यार्थीहरू इपिएसमा फेल भएर गोली खानै लागि तयार हुन्छ त्यो ग्लोबल कम्पिटिसनमा जानको लागि हो। कोरियामा जान, जापानमा जान, अमेरिकामा जान र अहिले रसिया र युक्रेनको बिचमा जान पनि तयार हुनुले के इन्डिकेसन गर्छ भने ग्लोबल कम्पिटिटिभनेस इज अल्सो भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट फर दिस कन्ट्री। सो इन दिस कन्टेक्स्ट आई थिङ्क वी हेभ टु थिङ्क अफ ओरिएन्टिङ आवर इन्स्ट्रक्टर इन द बेटर वे so that our society has to be considered for should keep in the forefront र यो हाम्रा कुरा बुझेनौँ भने हामीले धेरै कुरा गुमाउँछौँ भन्ने लाग्छ र त्यो सँगसँगै हामीले इन्फर्मेसनलाई डेटामा कन्भर्ट गर्ने म त यही विधाको त होइन, म वास्तवमा केमिकल इन्जिनियर हुँदाहुँदै पनि मैले धेरै बोल्न त हुँदैन जस्तो लाग्छ बिकज यु अल आर भेरी मच स्मार्ट अन दिस सब्जेक्ट। बट एट द सेम टाइम त्यो इन्फर्मेसनलाई डेटामा कन्भर्ट गर्ने एउटा अथेन्टिकेट गर्ने आधार हामीले क्रिएट गर्न सक्यौँ भने चाहिँ बल्ल राइट ट्र्याकमा हिँडाउन सक्छौँ। अदरवाइज द क्राउड टेक द पिपल टु एनी डिरेक्सन्स र डिरेक्सनलेस हुनबाट जोगाउनको लागि मलाई लाग्छ यो फोरम, यो डिस्कसन र यो सम्मेलनले आई थिङ्क राम्रो प्रभावकारी भूमिका खेल्छ भन्ने लाग्छ। त्यसैले भोलिका दिनमा नास्टले पनि एक खालको मैले अहिले भने साइन्स टिचरलाई ओरिएन्ट गराउने कुरा र त्यस्तै एआईका कुरा हामीले कसरी कम्युनिटीसँग जोड्न सक्छौँ। मैले विकासजीलाई धेरैचोटि भन्दै गरेको छु। अन्त यहाँ रोबोटको कुरा पनि आएको हुनाले हाम्रा रोबोटहरू खालि उद्घाटन गर्ने, मन्त्रीलाई रिबन काट्न सहयोग गर्ने मात्रै किन बनाउने, हाम्रा किसानहरूको समस्या एकातिर छ भने किन त्यतातिर ओरिएन्ट नगराउने। त्यसकारणले हाम्रा टुल्सहरू, हाम्रा इक्विपमेन्टहरू, द थिङ्स वी आर ट्राइङ टु डेभलप हेज टु बी फोकस्ड अन द प्रब्लम बेसिस्ड and that has to be supported to the needy people in the communities they are struggling with. यही कन्टेक्स्टमा हामीले अलि बढी काम गर्न सक्यौं भने चाहिँ मलाई लाग्छ यो सम्मेलनको सफलता नै हामीले मापन गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ र त्यसको लागि NAST could be a one partner for future to support you and work together with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ravinder sir, for your wonderful inputs. We have kind of come to the end of this power-packed conference today, but I take this privilege and a pleasure to introduce you to a wonderful gentleman who's been sitting quiet all throughout the afternoon. He's E.R. Santosh Sharma. Let me allow me to introduce him before he comes over to deliver his closing remarks for today's conference. With over 10 years of dedicated experience in the field of measurement science, research and application, Mr. Sharma holds a master's degree in renewable energy engineering and a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the Institute of Engineering, Tribhuvan University, Nepal. His journey began with an intermediate degree in science from the Institute of Science and Tech in 2003. Currently, he is serving as the Undersecretary Technical in the Science and Technology Division of Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Government of Nepal, and he also fulfills the role of a Senior Inspector under the Radioactive Substance Utilization and Regulations Act 2020. He is actively engaged in the implementation of the National Science, Technology and Innovation STI Policy 2019 with his focus in leveraging STI for economic growth and productivity, aligning with his keen interest in graduating economics. Let us welcome Mr. Sharma for his closing remarks.
Thank you, sir. Respected Indu sir, Ravindra sir, and the president of RAN, Vikas Gurung sir, the premier international school family, and distinguished guests from innovative institutes who are present over here. So I will not take much time because we are quite late. So I would like to thank Indu sir for for starting getting us inside the topic, and then Rishabh Raj sir for his presentation of the tools. Lot of us have noted the tools so that it can be used by us in future. And I would like to thank Jerry from Latel, Singapore, for his AI application learning kits and tools, the robotics type of tools that he presented. And I would like to thank Puneet and Sitish sir for EdTech concept they have presented and their products that are quite insightful for us. And similarly, during the panel discussion section, we have the discussion on how to make AI accessible for everyone in our country, every student in our country. Similarly, the discussion was also focused, but I have also realized that AI is only a tool for assisting us to verify only. It is, I take it, if you use ChatGPT for maybe 6 or 7 months, then you will realize what are the problems it have. What are the words that it is repeating? What are the mistakes it is doing? So I think everyone have realized that what are its. So we think that it is learning phase. So maybe it may be more in new versions. Maybe it may be more. But till now, what I feel is that it is not like me. I say ChatGPT is not like me. To be frank, I feel like that. So I want to share that also. So taking ChatGPT as a decision support system, and also the discussion will focus on are we ready to adopt AI in every aspect of our life. That was also the discussion. And also the discussion focused on importance of the digital community and how we can make like-minded peoples to achieve some goals. That was quite insightful for me and everyone here, I think. And I want to think something about, share something about what ministry thinks. Suppose ministry मा साच्चै AI सम्बन्धी मन्त्रालय भनौं न सरकार इन्भल्भमेन्ट गर्न चाहिँ प्राइभेट सेक्टरले खोजिरहेछ कि नै भन्ने चाहिँ हाम्रो एकदम कन्फ्युजन छ के सरकार आएर डिस्टर्ब हुन्छ हाम्रो चलिरहेछ भन्ने हो कि हैन वी तर व्हाट वी रियलाइजेसन इज दैट हामीले 4-5 वटा पिलर्सहरु आइडेन्टिफाई गरेका छौं के अहिले सम्म एकदम बेसिक लेभलमा हैन द पिलर्स आर सपोज एजुकेसन सिस्टम AI फर एन्ड इन एजुकेसन फर पनि एजुकेसन इन पनि एजुकेसन कसरी हाउ हामीले चाहिँ पहुँच बढाउन सकिन्छ कि AI ले हैन AI पढाउने कसरी किनभने आईटी अब हाम्रो चाहिँ म्यानुफ्याक्चरिङ भन्दा ठूलो बिजनेस हुँदैछ भनेर आइराछ नि अब हाइड्रो पावरले के गर्छ जित्देला हैन बिस्तारै। तर न्यू जब्स क्रिएट गर्दा हामीले त्यस्तो मेन पावर रेडी हुन पर्यो भन्नेमा चाहिँ मन्त्रालय एकदम वी आर क्वाइट सिरियस अन द्याट हैन। कसरी इन्टिग्रेट गराउने, के गर्न सकिन्छ, हाउ टु प्रमोट भन्ने कुरामा चाहिँ चासो छ हामीलाई। अनि एआई इथिक्सको कुरा चाहिँ नेपाल जस्तो देशमा गर्न चाहिँ सरकार इन्भल्भ भएर गर्ने बेला भएको छ कि भएको छैन, हाम्रो विचारमा भएको छ भन्ने हामीलाई लाग्छ है। त्यही भएर चाहिँ हामी त्यही भएर चासो हो यसमा, वी आर ट्राइङ टु गेट इन्टु दिस हैन। अनि डेमोक्रेटाइजेसन अफ एआईमा चाहिँ कस्तो हो, सरकारको रोल, इन्डस्ट्रीको रोल, यताउता भन्ने कुरामा पनि हामीलाई चासो छ हैन। द्याट इज वाइ वी आर गेटिङ इन्टु द टपिक। अनि खासमा डिरेक्सन चाहियो कि एआई 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 भनेर भन्दा पनि एउटा डकुमेन्ट भयो भने हाम्रो बाटो यो हो भनेर यसरी नै छलफल 10 वटा यस्तो छलफल गर्ने भने त केही न केही एउटा डकुमेन्ट बन्ला नि त हैन, ताकि वी विल गेट इन्टु आवर वे। हाम्रो चाहिँ यति, हामी जस्तो डेभलपिङ कन्ट्रीको चाहिँ यति रोल हो है, हामीले धेरै चाहिँ सोच्न परेन या चाहिँ यतिसम्म सोच्नुपर्छ भन्ने जस्तो द्याट इज द मेन थिङ्स। एन्ड खासमा वी वान्ट टु बिल्ड अ कम्युनिटी के, इन्फर्मल कम्युनिटी हैन। सरकारी निकायले पनि इन्फर्मल कम्युनिटिजलाई वी प्रायोरिटाइज हैन। हामी इन्फर्मल कम्युनिटिजहरू बनाएर हाउ एआईले चाहिँ एजुकेसन सिस्टममा, मोर जब क्रिएसनमा हैन। अनि त्यसपछि एआई फर प्रोडक्टिभिटी, हाम्रो प्रोडक्टिभिटी देशको चाहिँ हरेक क्षेत्रको एकदम कमजोर छ। सो क्यान वी युज एआई भनेको हाम्रो डेली, मैले गर्ने डेली काममा पनि एआई युज गरेर मोर प्रोडक्टिभ हुन्छु कि भन्ने कुरामा कता कता चाहिँ प्रोडक्टिभनेसमा पनि हरेक मान्छे अनप्रोडक्टिभ भएर त देशको प्रोडक्टिभिटी डाउन भएको हो नि हैन। त्यही भएर एभ्री वान सुड युज एआई गर्न मिल्छ कि भन्ने यस्तो यस्तो लेभलमा चाहिँ हामी छौँ अहिले। सो दिस इज द इन्साइट्स द्याट आई वान्ट टु सेयर। एन्ड आई वुड लाइक टु थ्याङ्क प्रिमियर इन्टरनेसनल स्कुल एन्ड फ्यामिली, RAN, रविन्द्र सर फर बिइङ हियर टु डेलिभर हिज स्पिच, एभ्री वान हु कम हियर टु सेयर एन्ड लर्न समथिङ। MOST is just want to be the catalyst in this field. Catalyst बन्न खोजिरहेको हो हामी हैन। Thank you. This is my remarks.
Thank you so, Santosh sir, for so succinctly bringing the entire the conference to an end and a conclusion. I really like the fact that you said that the MOST is trying to be a catalyst and more relying on informal groups rather than formal structures. Plus the idea that the ministry is working on documenting these conferences towards a policy framework. We are going to end the program with 2 small events, for which the first small event is a token of gratitude distribution to our esteemed panel and speakers. For that, I'd like to re-invite on stage Praveena Thapa ma'am from Premier and Bikash Gurung sir from RAN to do the honors. And if Ms. Sudiksha is around, would you please come inside? Or any one team member from RAN? Maybe Swechaji. Thank you. If you can kindly be on stage and hand out. Oh, I think the volunteers are already there. Please come. Please come. Swechaji, you can be here. You don't have to go downstairs. Ms. Sudiksha, are you ready? Okay. I'd like to invite on stage Indu Bikram Joshi, sir. Ravindra sir, please. Santosh Sharma sir. Rishabh Rao, sir. Puneet Jajudia, sir. Kshitiz Rimal, sir. I don't see him in the room, so we'll move ahead. Sushil Uprati, sir. Sandeep Sharma, sir. Alok, sir. Sijan, sir. Our panel moderator, Deepak, sir. Thank you so much, Pravina ma'am and Vikas sir. I would like you to stay over, please, because we're doing the final group photo. For that, ladies and gentlemen, I would need you to come this side because we're going to take a photo from there. However, we're going to seat ourselves in this row of chairs. One row of people will be standing just behind the chairs and one row will be coming up, if that makes sense to you. So we'll have the photograph. Ladies and gentlemen, we can now move out for some high tea and snack. Thank you, everybody. See you outside. No, bye.
Sky glow is the vertical rays of the city lights that go up through various means like air droplets and water droplets.
Technical team, thank you so much.
Due to this,
Thank you.
Stars are not visible in the night sky.
It has been estimated that 83% of the world's people live under the light polluted skies, which is very harmful for both animals and human beings.
Basically, cave rovers are those rovers which can be taken to hazardous environments like a cave. So my cave rover can be controlled by any wireless device such as a phone or even a laptop.
In Nepal, more than 70